We're just waiting. We're just waiting for everybody.
I'm not ready. I gotta go make some bread.
We're just waiting. We're just waiting for everybody to be ready. Don't mind. don't mind everybody out there in the audience. Just wait.
I gotta go make some banana bread.
Can I have it before bed?
Will it make the bee sleep?
It'll make the bee sleep.
Oh man, I was thinking about it today. Yesterday. Jesus Christ, who's echoing?
Echo.
By searching here, I think I have a video of Yankee saying that.
Told you I wasn't gonna be that long. You get us started.
Yeah.
I tricked him into saying it.
Yeah, I sent him an email one time and said that said Phoenix sucks, and he read that online too. So that was pretty funny. So we got an email here. It says Phoenix sucks. He goes, oh, okay, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, does he?
Hello, interwebs. Hello, internet. Hello, interwebs. What's going on? This is the closer, and I think everybody's ready now. Is everybody ready now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Obnoxious done with his bathroom break, and Rich has got his drinky drink, and
It's got some drink.
Some drink. I got a drink. Here you go, Sarge. This is for you, buddy.
This is what I got right here.
There you go. I'm close. I got my birch beer.
Ooh.
I was there when you bought
it.
Yeah, that's true. You were. Yeah, I was on a live chat at the grocery store the one night. I was like, I think I'll buy myself a birch beer for the show.
Yeah.
I don't buy them by like 6 packs or anything because I'll just drink them all. I just buy one at a time.
I got
you're sad.
Sub the forklift guy. Yeah, don't forget to sub the forklift
guy. Yes. I patched and sub forklift guy. That was the campaign on my show tonight.
There you go. So, welcome to the closer. Today our big focus is 2019 Indiegogo patch. We want to see if we can get it there. Now, somebody said it's up to 94%.
94%.
That's like 10 or 12% better than it was, even like 2 hours ago or something. Yeah. So that's awesome.
It's gone up a lot since I checked it yesterday.
Yeah. So is your scam to run a show right when it ends and then take credit for the whole thing?
Hey, well, do you remember what show first got to promote it, right? We might as well be the one to say that it's successful. That would be kind of cool.
I just want to say that last night at the start of my show, it was 64%.
Nobody wants to hear you.
It was at 64% last night when I started my show, and now it's at 94%. So you're welcome.
It was at 64%, then it went down to 60% during his show, and then it went back up afterwards. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Hey, Gary Kingpin and I were selling the shit out of some patch back.
Yeah. People actually changed their mind when Obnoxious tried to. When he tried to promote it, yeah.
$680. That's what we need. So 6 people go buy the 100-pack, or 12 people go get the $50 pack.
I'd like to say that I will keep the show going until we get those 6 people, but nobody gives a shit about my show, and I would be here till next week. So
this is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I had like a popular show or something, I'd say we'll keep the show on until we get those 6 people. Yeah. We'll see if we get down. If it gets to the point where we only need one more person, I'll keep telethon. I'll keep the sumbitch open until 4 or 5 in the morning if I have to. If we only need one more person, I'll do it.
I'll tell Night Strike what's going to happen is it's going to be like a quarter spinning on the table, and then it's just going to get slower and slower, and it'll end at 99999, and no one will be like, not worth another buck. Oh,
if they only took $2 bills. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't really have change for 5, so yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say all I got is a $1 coin. I don't know what the hell to do with it. Let's see who's out there in Chatsylvania. Patriot, fine Abe. Rock Humber, what's going on, buddy guy? There seems to be newfound interest in story time, because Matt and those guys have been playing super epic nerd time chats, and they were calling it shit hit the fan story time. So people are like, what shit hit the fan story time? What shit hit the fan story time? Well, it ain't Dungeons and Dragons, but Rupan, what's going on? Jason Stewart. Jason Stewart was out there. I don't know if he said anything since then, but Jason Stewart, you got a wrench, buddy. Grim Switchpod, good to see you, bud. Gizzard, poor conservative. Oh, Ape is back. He left. He made a banana run. Had to go make a banana daiquiri. Local 223. Scott P79. Arctic Fire. Kingpin's out there in there. JBP, what's going on, John? Guy that comments, Sam of Anarchy, C4 Defense. Gizzard, that was on your show today that John was on showing that 1911. That was pretty cool. When was that for? Like 47 or something he said that was? For the 40s, right?
Yeah, right around Korean War time, something like that, I think. Maybe a little before.
So 50 to 53.
I think he said it was a.
He thought it was
the 1945 model, wasn't it?
It was in the mid 40s, yeah.
I think he said 45.
It is nice.
I was watching that part.
Very cool. Oh God, Ape's got one. Oh my God, Ape, you got one of those robots.
You just noticed this now.
I saw it, but I didn't. I saw you had a robot there, but I didn't. Oh God,
it's a robot.
Come on, do what the robot says. Go over to Indiegogo. You got 3 days left. Come on.
We're only 581 away.
Mm-hmm.
But it's over the top.
I swear,
it's like 11 people.
You should see if a Gun Channel's trading card fits on that little robot hand. He'll eat them.
You want to?
There you go. You got one there. Is that Moon Food there? Or who is that?
Well, I got something maybe not quite as good, but stupid pencil. I don't know.
Look at that. You know what? I wonder how much did Ghost have to pay him for a Ghost?
Yeah, he's in the pocket of inspectors here.
No, he doesn't like Moon Food. He just spit them out. Apparently, Moon Food doesn't taste good.
Because of that CC
cardboard.
It's a 9mm.
No. Robot only eats metal.
See, here's the thing, though. He looks up at you. That's when you can switch out the penny for the card, and you'll never know it.
Oh, yeah. Trick him. You can trick him. Oh, see, now he's brown nosing. Jeez, look at this guy. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, what's going on, everybody?
Blanking crab eye.
Yeah. Let's go through the. Look, he's looking down. He's like, I sure could use another snack.
Yeah, where's my quarter?
Just hold on.
John says it's a Remington Rand, 1911, made in 45. Very cool.
Nice.
I got a 1911 that I'm a little smitten with too. I want to talk about it a little bit later and see what you guys think. But let's go through the panel. See what's going on. Robbie the Robot, how you doing? What's going on with you, buddy?
Oh, not a whole lot. Just got done blowing snow. We had a lovely 13 inches of heavy, wet snow yesterday. So,
wow, that was fun. That was full of innuendos. I've never heard so many.
Double entendre.
This coming from a man who keeps his genitals soft by sticking them in pineapples.
I don't do that. I never said I did that.
No, but you heavily insinuated it last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't say you didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess you got me on that one.
It was something about you put your shrimp in the juice, you let it sit for a couple days, and it just turned to mush.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. John, I'll give you $100 for that 1911, just so you know too. That's $100. That's a good deal.
105.
Standing offer.
110.
105. Fucking money bags over here.
I'll give you 106.
906.
Cool.
I'll give you $191.
906, huh? Still stings. Still stings.
Gunstreamer likes to put out emails during my show. I don't know what the hell.
Every week they put them out during your show.
How about
it?
They must have it on a timer or something. Goddamn
they're
week.
e-corking.
Man, I got a bone to pick with them. They're pulling my. Either that or they know we're such an interesting, popular show. They're like, "Oh, we'll put out an email. Then everybody's up watching the closer." Yeah, that's probably.
There you go.
Yeah. Gizzard, what's going on? You had a show this morning.
Yeah, I had about a 4-hour show this morning. Had a good time. Had some different people on there. So, yeah, it's been an interesting 2 or 3 days. I keep busy on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the invite.
John Brown has been offered 3,500 cents. I'll do better than that. 3,500 cents. Oh, that's dollars. Oh shit.
And that's U.S. dollars, not pesos.
I'll give him a bacon pancakes patch for it.
Oh snap! I got two of those. I got a couple of those.
I'll give him that and a chair against the wall patch. Yeah.
Oh shit!
I'll raise you a Trump kitty cat or dog, whichever the hell one it is.
I'll raise
I got
you
a Ghost Tactical hat that Rich don't have.
Desk. Did you guys just invent patch poker as some sort of a chat activity that's legal and not illegal in any state?
That's not a bad idea. All you have to do is set amounts to the patches. Bacon's Pancakes patch is worth $5. A Gun Channel's patch is worth $10.
All everybody has to do is buy enough patches from gear websites to have that many patches stacked up as if you were playing cards. So I'll open up the store.
There you go. You better get that sewing machine from the gun snob before he dies.
But it's like
He's got a cold.
Did any of you guys actually check what the Gunstreamer email says?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're hitting the big time now. They just got Browning arms over there.
And Beretta.
Yeah.
They're gonna kick me off of there in no time. They're getting too big for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they talked about the 2A patch.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna. Oh, they'll
They're
get
in the box of the big patch batch though, so you can't believe they sold out to the big patch batch.
That's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. They'll get. They get those guys over there. They got a bunch of other big shots over there. I said hi to Ashley. In a chat the other day. She said, "Midnight who?" I was like, "Wow." I thought we were cool. Oh, the good old days.
To me, I don't know.
What's that?
He said she still talks to me.
Gary, so what's up? Other than you had the show today, you got anything going on?
Personally, no.
Okay, I just figured I'd give you another shot. Kind of got cut off there.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
So, G, other than the patch batch picking up all sorts of steam and doing great,
They sold another $50 set since you've been on.
That.
No good at.
I'm about to jump out of here and go live for real, and we'll go live while it ends. But I'm concerned that
Bitch.
if you were to put a 22 long rifle, that little robot would eat it.
I don't think I've got any 22 empties. They're all out in the snow, and I'm not digging through it.
They got a whole box of loaded
Guys got 170,000 subs. You can't put out a thing and say, "Hey, come on over to the closer and let's watch together." Nope, it's got to go live himself.
Yep.
Steal all my thunder.
Mm-hmm.
Steal all my thunder.
At least he told you he was going to cork you.
That's even worse.
Midnight, you don't need any more thunder. You ate enough beans last night.
So anybody that has self-respect and some dignity and wants to go watch a real live show,
You're preaching to the wrong choir here. If we had self-respect and dignity, you think we'd be here?
That's true.
That's true.
So I went over to Indiegogo. Where's the level that you can donate pineapples? Is that over there somewhere, or is it just money? Just donate money. Only $5.30
after you used them.
Yeah, all the acid's already protein soaked.
How am I catching shit for this? I'm the one that said to use pineapples for food.
Not after that, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to work the DJ.
Nobody wants your pineapple, buddy.
Yeah. Moo's up. I get sent Moo a link. He's not going to make it. He says he's up in northern Michigan for his dad's 79th birthday. He's got shitty internet and a sticks. Well, tell your old man happy birthday.
Yeah.
Hope
Then
he's
get some tinfoil and wrap your phone in it.
yeah. Tell your dad he has a birthday every year. It's no big deal. You're gonna jump on the show for a little bit. Kingpin, what's going on?
Not too much, man. Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
Oh, absolutely. Dumpster fire. What's going on there?
How you doing?
Yeah.
That's
really got out of hand.
It's got out of hand. Too much Taco Bell. You heard about that guy that survived on Taco Bell sauce packets when he was stranded? Yeah, this is what happens afterwards.
That's the back of his. Is that his truck? There is that the back of his truck?
Yep. Yeah.
How long was that dude stuck? I forget.
They say 5 days, something like that.
Where?
Someplace, was it in Oregon? I think.
I don't remember.
It's only Taco Bell. What could possibly go wrong?
It wasn't even Taco Bell. It was just sauce packets.
Right.
Hey, I found the sauce packet under the seat. It says 1997. It's still good, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's sealed.
Definitely eat it.
Yeah, it's been proven to be survival food. So, yeah, you're good.
Well, now I have to search this out.
I can't believe you haven't heard about it. It's been kind of big news.
That one.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Patriot, what's going on with you, man?
And I'm supposed to follow that. I tell you, I'm doing good. Thanks for the invite. Appreciate it. Just trying to wind down this weekend. Too much excitement.
Yeah, you had a bunch of punks at your house the other day, huh?
I had a house full of like preteen girls running around. I don't understand them. So, but I'm making more room on my patch panel for all those nice new patches I'm going to be getting.
Hell yeah! I want to do. I think what I want to do is something like Sarge did, but just do a small, just
cooler.
a frame. Huh?
But cooler.
Well, I want to do one just for those 12, maybe.
Just make those curtains out of felt.
That's not a bad idea. Actually, I can just duct tape them up. It's no big deal. Rich, what's going on, buddy? Listen to the show a little bit. Sound like you guys are having a good time.
Yeah, you were in there for a while. Then I heard that you ran over and ditched us for Ghost and Clover. Yeah, Patriot ratted you out, man. He said you were over there.
I went over, but I don't think I even commented over there, did I?
Oh yeah.
What the hell did I say? I wonder if I thought I was in your chat. I might be in trouble. Maybe I said something bad.
You're gonna go watch Clover show Thursday night and find out you were banned. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Jeez.
It's the Ghost and Clover, the new gun gals.
Yeah.
2.0.
They're pretty. They're pretty. They get away with it. Rupan, what's going on with you? I think I know your answer.
Yeah, just had my little mishap with the Caltech here decided to go boom on me. So we had a little mistake. We're gonna do a post-mortem on it later. Maybe I'll do it live or something for fun.
Is it factory ammo?
Yeah, it was factory ammo.
Just a regular round though is a weakness in the gun.
I'm not really sure. It's everything still works. I was able to put it back together, and it doesn't look like anything's really missing. So maybe just a weakness in this grip frame. So
Some super glue back in normal.
Yeah,
you could probably sell that to Matt. Matt would probably buy that.
I think some Flex Seal will fix that.
Yeah, little
Flex Seal is a Flex Seal.
Is that what your face looked like when it went boom?
Yeah, no, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is the Taco Bell video here. It's just Taco Bell. What could possibly go wrong?
And that's how I get my channel shut down. Thanks, man. That's how it's going to be.
Just call it fair use notice.
It's only Taco Bell. What could possibly go wrong? Whatever happened to the closer?
Yeah, remember that show?
Whoosh.
Closer. What's that?
Yeah, no sound effects tonight, huh? You guys burned them. You guys used them all up last night.
We don't have Night Strike in here to fumble with his panel.
He got a link.
The guy we showed that from stole the footage from Filthy Frank. So and he's got almost 300,000 views. So
there you go. In the pocket of Big Taco Bell. And last and least, Sarge, what's going on?
Least?
I mean, that's not what I meant. Did I say that? I didn't say that.
Well, apparently you're right. That story is pretty big because all I had to type into Google was man and then SU, and it came up.
Yeah.
Man survives on Taco Bell packets. He was stuck in the snow.
It's a big one.
Yeah, I just
wheels. Oh, there. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I just got done working this weekend, so I'm off tomorrow. Thank goodness. I'm off for like a day and a half, and then I just got done editing my ear protection video, and it's uploading. And I got another one I got to finish up tomorrow morning. So that's it.
Ooh, Tim 18 Wheels out there in the YouTube chat is saying that there is a recall on some of the sub 2000s that Rupan needs to go check his serial number on their site and see if that's one of the ones that was recalled.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I already did, and it said negative.
What was the recall for? That'd be interesting to know.
It was the barrels, right?
For grips blowing up.
Yeah.
I thought it was a barrel issue or something.
Because depending on what if it was a barrel issue, depending on what the barrel issue was, if it could be causing like a head spacing issue or something like that, maybe this could have been a result of that too. Who knows?
Well, we're literally, I think, 6 people away. So I'm going to go live and invite the participants of the thing and do a show and see if it finishes tonight. But thanks everybody for your participation and your efforts to share it. That's what it's all about. And we'll be doing one for gun channels. So we'll be doing a mini version for gun channels here in a bit. And appreciate it. Thanks everybody. That's what it's all about, is getting these kind of projects so that we can, better work together. And I think it worked out pretty good this time. So
yeah, I was nervous the first couple of days. I was like, people don't seem to really be, getting after it. And then, man, it really took off. So it was awesome. I'm excited to get stuff.
Very cool to see it be a success, so that people can see that it's all about just working together. Seriously, 200 people brought $10,000 to play. It's serious. So there's things like 2A Fund, one of the participants, Tony's project. Imagine what that'll be like if he gets a couple of hundred people throwing $5. That's literally $1,000 he's throwing at organizations that are out there struggling and learning this kind of stuff. So we're creating infrastructure here as we build this thing. We'll be able to apply this in the future, and more we'll be working together. So thanks everybody for being part of it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just remember, it was only successful because it started here.
No, nice to put this ones putting them over the top. We were selling the hell out of that tonight.
Tim 18 Wheels said, we have recently identified an issue with the heat treatment of certain steel tubes received from a third-party supplier from which the barrels for a limited number of Gen 2 sub 2000s.
That brings it that makes you wonder, does the barrel look all right? Nothing looks deformed on the barrel with the chamber.
Well, that's kind of what I meant. Like, if something was wrong with the barrel and the head spacing went out, and that's a good question. Rupan, you didn't happen to look and see if you could find the casing, did you? You probably had a bunch of them laying around.
Negative.
Yeah, that would be a good thing to have.
Casings on the ground.
He probably wasn't paying attention to the casing that flew out as it all blew up.
Well, no, but I meant like.
Let me grab this at a minute here.
Well, depending on how they're ejecting, like if he was inside, you know what I mean? It might be in a confined area. You could sweep them up and take a quick look around and see if one of them was cracked or split or something like that. But, I don't know. What do I know?
It was outside, snowing, rainy.
Yeah.
I don't know where it went.
It was outside. It was raining. It was sleeting, raining, high grass. He was walking up hills both ways. It's hard.
Can you do a reenactment as to your reaction to it happening?
Rupin just knew that the case didn't embed itself into him, so he didn't care at that point.
Yeah.
It made a louder noise, and I felt something hit me in the face, and I said, "Oh, this effing thing got gas kicking everywhere." And then I looked down and was like, "The gun's in too."
Yeah, it's got gas kicking everywhere.
That's not right.
Well, I shoot lefty, so it shoots gas in my face like every second.
Mm-hmm. It's like obnoxious when he lays. It's like obnoxious when he lays on the wrong side of the bed with his wife.
Hey, you know he doesn't like it.
I didn't say that.
Don't be shaming people, Pineapple Boy.
How do you know she does?
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean everybody thinks it's cool that the sub 2000 folds up. Now it does more than that. So I mean, people are really going to be digging it. They're like, look, fits in a backpack even better now. You can fit it in 2 backpacks, as a matter of fact. It's awesome.
Yeah, you don't have to remove any pins or anything.
Yeah. It's we are living in the future, man. We're living in the future. You know, sometimes they have guns have a bolt hold open when you get after the last round. When this one, the whole thing comes apart after the last round, and then just pack it up and go home.
It's just it exceeded its lifespan by 1 round.
It's nice that it lets you know when you're done shooting for the day.
You're done shooting, period.
It's a handy little feature.
I think you've wasted enough money today.
Ohio 45 ACP in the gun channel says, put the pieces in a shoebox. Put them in a shoebox and mail them back to Caltech.
This gun will self-destruct after 1 more round.
I say, was that gun made by Benchmade?
Yeah.
Since it cut
you don't need Benchmade.
Too soon?
You don't need it.
Too soon?
Yeah, you don't need Benchmade. It takes itself apart. You just throw it right in the fire.
You don't need Benchmade for that gun. It does it for you.
Yeah. That sucks, man. That's a bummer.
Mm-hmm. The only reason why we're joking is because he was okay. So everybody out there who might be late understands this.
Yeah. First and foremost, we're at peace in one piece.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Was it a plus P round?
No, they were just 124 grain Winchester, I think.
It was plus P when it happened, I bet.
Yeah.
Definitely plus P in the pants.
Yeah. Wow.
So did it scare you when it happened?
No, because I was shooting, so it didn't really scare me. I just thought I was shooting, and then I felt something hit me in the face, and went, "Oh, that was more than usual."
Huh. And to your point, David, I think it would be more of a plus P plus in the pants.
Yeah.
Why do I have 2 guns now?
It's okay though, because I had this guy next to me.
There you go.
Oh.
Casino Boss. That's true. Casino Boss said there is a recall on some Winchester white box. So you got a gun that almost has a recall, and then you got some ammo that might have a recall.
If I recall on the Winchester, it's their 130 grain full metal jacket 38 specials.
Oh, it was 38. I did.
But that doesn't mean they couldn't have another recall out or a recall before that on 9mm 124s. Because I think with most of their recalls, it's either an undercharge or an overcharge of powder for the last couple recalls have been.
Yeah, that could have been an overcharge that would cause something.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the other rounds seemed no different than any of the other rounds. I probably put like 500 or 600 through that gun, and it felt literally the same. And then all of a sudden, it was just in two.
Yeah, it. I mean, it's not obviously it's not impossible to have overcharges, undercharges. You know, weird things happen even with factory ammo.
You're pumping out
people having backwards primers.
Yeah, you're pumping out millions of rounds in a couple of days. Mm-hmm. Even if you're doing a spot check of say 1 in 10, it still leaves. You know, could have been that one stroke of the machine that powder charge didn't dump, or it stayed open a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens. I mean,
yeah.
It's a little bit weird to think that I don't know if it was a double charge. I would think that it would have been a little bit more noticeable to you when it went off. You know, that's the only thing that I wonder.
Yeah, I mean, it was more of a kick, definitely. I mean, there was more recoil, and I did feel more gas in my face, and I was kind of like, you know, felt the gas, and then I felt a bunch of shit hit me in the face, and I was kind of like, what the fuck? And then the gun like separated too, and was like, oh no, and I was
Get
like,
your mind out of the gutter, Midnight. This man almost lost an eye. Show some goddamn dignity.
and
man,
and I'm used to reaching around. But I don't have to reach down in this.
Inhale. Deep breath. Come on, deep breath.
Oh, man.
Deep breath. We don't want you to be the first Gun Channel's host to die on his own chat.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, man.
Hey, this is the only place so far that I can do my voice on, so.
They'll break themselves and probably not to say them.
Oh, man. Son of a bitch.
Well, Casino Boss, you can probably sell that to Mr. Never Enough Ammo if you're paranoid about it.
Yeah, he's got one. He loves it. And he ain't going to mind some shit in his face.
Hey, Rupan, is that the second one? You said you had another one that you were sending back?
What was that? I didn't say that when I was taking a drink, right, Midnight?
Oh, fuck. I can't stop laughing, man.
What did you say, Patriot?
I was just wondering, you said that you have another one going back, so you got 2 Kel-Tecs? Or...
Yeah, it is now.
RDB broke too.
He's got 3 now.
Yeah, Tim 18 wheels. It didn't, nothing, there was no weird noise or anything on the round before.
You didn't hear a pop instead of a bang?
No.
You didn't hear that little voice saying, Mr. Rupan, you're about to do something incredibly stupid.
Yeah.
Done too many.
We're off, though. Like a second before.
Ohio down there says he had a Blazer 40 Smith & Wesson with the bullet loaded backwards. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of people having backwards primers. I was shooting beside a guy once that had a primer break when it went off. That was
like it pierced the primer.
Yeah, the primer's like half the primer just like it just cracked and must have blown out. You know, it sounded like a little rocket engine going off. It was crazy.
Pop.
It was really weird. Yeah, because he had what is it? A Glock 21 is a full size 45, right? Is it 21? Because we were shooting each other's guns. We were at an indoor range, so we were just, one would shoot and the other, we were going back and forth. So I was standing beside him, watching him while he was shooting. I was real close to him. It was weird. And he pulled the trigger and went click. It's this weird sound, like it sounded just like a little tiny like bottle rocket going off or something.
It wasn't a bad cartridge. It was a gyrojet. He just put in the wrong gun.
Yeah, exactly right. And he just was like, he stopped. He's like, "What the hell was that? That was crazy." It didn't squib either. Like it didn't. It must have. I don't know how it didn't squib. First of all, I mean, the bullet came out of the barrel, but it must have just barely came out. Like it couldn't have had too much pressure,
Yeah.
But that was really weird.
Same concept behind recoilless rifles. You got mass through gas ejecting out the back end and then the bullet ejecting out the front.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Budget, what's going on? Ozark, what's happening?
Uh-oh.
Jorge's out there now. 7 Wonders, what's going down?
What is
yeah, what's going on? I didn't really have a lot of topics. I was hoping to come on and talk about Patch Batch a little bit and see if we get how close we're gonna. It seems like they're gonna get there, man, right now.
And nobody buying them now. They need to start buying some more.
It's grown by leaps and bounds in the last few days.
The last 2 days were
crazy.
Super hot. Yeah. Old 60 Armory said, "Are ice bullets real?" I have heard that yes, there was testing done with that.
Yeah.
I've heard people in the military say that they've tested stuff like that, and obviously I don't know, but
ice bullets are good at short ranges. The friction starts to melt them, and you end up where your projectile just breaks when it hits something.
Mm.
So if you're doing it at short ranges, like somebody across the room from you, yeah, they could work. But if you're trying to shoot like any kind of distance,
if somebody breaks in your house, be like, hold on, stop right there. I got to run to my freezer. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just keep the loaded gun in the freezer.
Oh, that's true. I guess you could do that. So what's anything in the news today other than, boy, a lot of crappy Democratic politicians are eating their own over there, aren't they? That chick from, is it Minute?
They've lost their mind.
Yeah. Like, doesn't it seem like they're eating their own right now? Like they're just all shit in the bed. There's so many of them.
They're all trying to be so much anti-Trump that it's, I'm more anti-Trump than you. No. Boom, boom, boom. Ow.
Well, they forgot one key point. My take on it is they're all worried about what happens in Washington, and they've forgotten that they actually represent a district or an area. They've forgotten about who they actually represent. They've lost it.
Yeah, I totally. Either that or I think another thing I was thinking about it the other day was some of them are very young. Like you talk about AOC and that the Muslim chick, the one that's like is on the crazy train to Shittsville pretty soon, I would imagine.
She's there.
Yeah. I feel like they have 16, 17, 18-year-old views on the world and economics. And they have somehow made it through to positions and are actually trying to make that shit happen. You know what I mean? Like there's the stuff that they propose and the way that they're doing things it's crazy. Hey, G-Web just went live.
Do you think they keep coming to like Jim Carrey in what was that movie where he has the alter ego?
Me, myself, and
Irene. Yeah, and he wakes up in the grocery store and looks around. I think that's what they do every morning. Like, holy crap, I'm a senator. Oh, I just have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah, I do. And I've watched a couple, like yesterday and yesterday I watched a couple of videos because you get stuff recommended to you, and it's basically like Cortez gets owned or Cortez looks like a fool, and it's like her in Congress, in these meetings and stuff, and she just brings stuff up, and you can tell some of the other reps or whatever just want to be like,
shut up.
You fucking
bad
serious?
For her. They don't want her little feelings.
Yeah. And you almost do feel, and you almost feel bad for her a little bit. And then that's when it kind of hit me. I was like, how the fuck did she get where she is? How is she here? Like,
the youth demographic.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole thing. It's get the kids, get them when they're young. Tell them you don't need to think. Don't just do it. Just do what we say, and then you either have them for life, and then one day they wake up and like, oh, what? Half my paycheck is going to this set.
I like hearing all the other Democrats talk about the Green New Deal, and it's like looking at it like a little kid's picture that's supposed to be a dog, but it really looks like a rock or a tree. Oh, that's nice. That's cute. Yeah. They're just trying to be nice to her, and it's terrible. Idea. Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, that's what state is it? California or New York that's pushing for 16-year-olds to vote?
Cali, I think.
It's California. Fucking nightmare.
You can vote, but you can't have a gun until you're 21.
What a goddamn mess.
There's certain Maryland where 16-year-olds can already vote. So all local elections in Montgomery County and like 2 other counties in Maryland, 16-year-olds can already vote.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Jorge said the 2A patch batch gets funded.
And illegal immigrants.
I will be awaiting my thank you email from G-Webs for getting it all started here on the closer. He didn't send it yet, but I'm sure he will. And what Budget just said out there is exactly what I was going to say. And it's exactly what happened with Cortez. I feel it's like that's how they get elected. They succeeded in brainwashing the youth. Is when you're young and somebody says, we're not going to, let's just take all these taxes that people are paying and we'll give the money to you and you can go to school for free and you can have this for free and you can have this for free. Everybody under 25 is like, that's awesome. Get this bitch, elect her. She's going to give us all this shit and it's going to make my life super easy. And I'm going to go to college and then I'm going to get a job that pays like $100,000 a year. And then I'm going to be set and it'll be awesome. And they get elected and then they have really no idea what like real values you have to have when when you're running a goddamn business, let alone a country. Jesus. There was one
college for free and well, it's not free. Oh yeah, it's free, but you got this $100,000 to pay for, and all that shit that we said was going to be free for you, we meant it's free for somebody else. So 95% of your income, yoink.
Well, that and I mean, I know going to school when I went to culinary school. I mean, I went to a trade. Obviously, it's not. So Jorge said it gets funded, and Finance says no, it's not. Thanks a lot, Jorge.
No, I just refreshed the page and that
Jorge Corquez. You can't trust that guy with a name like Jorge.
Just for that, you need to pay the balance. You need to pay the balance of $481 to GWeb.
Nope. It's less.
He is
it's 441 now.
Come on,
431.
We're talking about Ocasio Cortez. He is a Cortez.
Yeah, shit! I didn't even. Ooh.
See.
Come on, folks. We can skip to another topic if we fund this. Let's do it.
What are we, PBS?
We're doing a telethon.
We're doing a telethon. It started on my show.
And at the $100 level, you get two of these lovely patchbacks, as well as our lovely tote bag.
We need like a little row of people answering phones.
Operators are standing by.
Now we're going to cut away to Jerry Lewis with the song.
No.
Well,
he's singing. The robot just sang a song.
There you go.
No. Jerry Lewis never appeared on PBS.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he wouldn't get no money for that.
The Jerry Lewis telethon?
Jerry Lewis did telethon.
Telethon,
so
they're doing the PBS thing. So.
Well, he was famous for the Jerry Lewis telethon.
I know, but
it wasn't on PBS.
It wasn't on PBS. It was on NBC.
Who said anything about PBS?
Yeah, so what?
Jerry Lewis.
He did. He was doing the PBS thing where you get the free tote bag. That was PBS.
Yeah, these are jokes we're telling though.
Clever or stupid anecdotes designed to invoke humor and set demographic.
No, you always have to stop and like fact check them and completely drive them into the ground.
Tim says these districts cannot keep up with who is who, with who is eligible to vote and their voting rolls. How are they supposed to keep up with which elections these teens and illegals are allowed to vote in? Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, it's hard to wrap my head around how it's so hard for me to wrap my head around how it's unconstitutional to say that if you are going to vote, you have to prove you are who you are. I can't get it, man. I really honestly, like, it's one of those conversations that I wish I could hear somebody say something that would actually kind of change my mind a little bit on it, because it would be interesting to have somebody have a good conversation, a good point, but I haven't heard one yet.
You can't, because they're talking out both sides of their mouth. They tell you that asking for a ID to vote is a barrier to vote, and then they tell you that they're going to give illegals driver's license.
Right.
So you can't vote. You can't have voter ID because that suppresses the vote. But we're going to give illegals driver's license.
And they want smaller government and less intrusion, but then the Green New Deal would have to have a massive government takeover for it to happen.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So
they want the left wants the government in charge. They want the government and too far either direction. It's either they all want the elite in charge, they all want the government in charge.
Yeah, they want their elite.
Mm-hmm. And King Travi just popped in.
Hey,
Casino boss said illegals can vote in local election in some sanctuary cities. I mean, if you don't
think
have
you can't circumvent state law.
Yeah. If you don't have to prove who you are, then I guess you could vote in any election, right? If you really wanted to.
This is going to be the downfall of us.
It's a huge problem, I think. I mean, I'm not.
This is
making
not a new problem.
light up. I think it's a huge issue. I think because nobody has ever found voter fraud at a large scale that they don't think it's an issue. But I don't think they're looking for it either. I don't think they give a shit. And I think that's pulling the wool over their own eyes a little bit and being like, oh, it's not an issue. It's not an issue. Well, it could be an issue. So.
Oh, that's just classic. Well, don't worry about this because we want to tell you about this.
Well,
Don't worry about this. No, because you got to worry about this.
They made that documentary about it, about finding the voter fraud.
Yeah, they proved some pretty
Tommy
big
Boy, wasn't it?
this year. Well, not this year. This last presidential election, there was all kinds of evidence of voter fraud. Dead people voting, legal people voting. What do they call it? I can't remember his last name, but the former Virginia governor, not the guy that dresses like the Klan guy, but the guy before him, gave a whole bunch of felons their right back to vote. So there's all kinds of it's not a new thing.
Yeah, they got that documentary about it, Tommy Boy.
Yes.
There was a local congressional race and a state congressional race here. I wish I could tell you the seat. I don't remember, where the guy's campaign manager just got charged with voter fraud because somehow he managed to get 100% of the absentee ballots and like something else, some other ballot, all went for his guy. 100%.
That's pretty impressive.
100. It was like absentee ballots and something else, like the curbside or something. He got every one of them.
Look at the election. How many years? Well, when Al Franken first got elected to the Senate, there were more people that were voting in some counties in Michigan that lived. I mean, not Michigan, Minnesota, than lived in those counties when they were tallying up the votes. And the federal judge that was over here in the to have the vote overturned didn't want to hear it. He just threw the case out.
So is this a time where you want to petition for more electronic voting, or is that not the answer?
I don't think so. I don't think it
doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't think so because you hear so many stories about how people have issues with the electronic voting too. I mean, there
has to be real people involved, and there has to be checks and balances.
Yeah.
I think we should do elections like we do brackets on here. Just have 16 people brackets, and then they could vote on them on a YouTube chat or something like that.
No, because we elected damn Slim Jim to be president. Is what we do.
Well, what did we elect?
Would we really be worse off than we are now?
We would do something crazy.
Yeah, you'd be Mr. Bodie McPresident face.
Yeah.
Yep. Presidente McPresident face.
Ozark says, ever since my grandma died, she's voted Democrat.
Yep.
Oh God.
Ozark, I've been trying to push this through local ordinances that everyone who's died, you have to get them staked through the head so they don't come back as Democrat voting zombies. This is a real issue that no one wants to take seriously.
I could see that being a problem, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what's going on, Travis? What's happening, buddy?
Man, I'm having a snack right now. Not much, man. Just chilling. I just had working all kinds of stuff this evening, and I just wanted to announce real quick that in April I'll be moving Caliber Corner to Thursdays, right before Sarge's show. It'll be from 5 to 7 Central Time. Sarge, are you
We're on Eastern.
You're Eastern, yeah. So it's going to be, I think, 5 to 7 Central. So it'll be like 6 to 8. But I'll end it before your show starts. I mean, I'm not going to go past it, but yeah, we're going to be moving in about it. Well, my wife's moving in a month, and I'm moving in a year because we got a house we got to sell and a bunch of stuff to move out, and I got to look for another teaching job. So we're going to kind of space it out a little bit. So I'm going to be busy on the weekends, but my wife's got a job in Lincoln, Nebraska, in the capital. Well, not in the Capitol building, but in the town, in the city. So we'll be moving there. And we've been living. It's going to be a change because we were both there in college before we moved out here, and so I'm still going to keep my range membership because it's a little ways away, but I can still come out and film. For $100 a year, it's worth it to keep it. But Lincoln's got some good indoor ranges. They got some really nice outdoor ranges too. They got some pretty impressive gun stores. So surprisingly, but yeah, no, I've just been staying busy, man, just doing all kinds of stuff.
How far are you from Lincoln, Rose?
Right now it's 150 miles.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
No, it's not. No, it's a bit of a pain because my family is 2 to 3 hours away, and they're getting older now. So anytime something happens, it's got to take off and go. Which can be with the weather and stuff. It can be a little bit dicey because the weather is so weird out here. It's just never consistent. So, but no, it'll be a good thing. It'll be a good thing. Try not to be too distracted in the podcast and stuff like that, but. I mean, the only reason why I'm not going sooner is because the prime season to get a teaching job is basically tomorrow and Tuesday when all the colleges have their job fairs. And I my wife just found out about this on Friday. I can't exactly just up and leave on Monday and Tuesday. And so, what's that?
You call in sick.
No, I don't do that. No, I've actually never called in a sick day in 18 years.
Well, that would explain the outbreak of measles and mumps. And
oh no, I stay vaccinated. That's part of it. I stay vaccinated. No, I mean, it seems like whenever I'd get sick, it'd be on the during break time or as soon as school gets out, I'll come down with a cold or over the holidays. But no, I've stayed pretty healthy.
Mr. Murphy certainly loves your company.
Yeah. Oh man, it's going to get me at some point, I'm sure. But no, it'll be a bit of a change. But it's going to be a little bit different how I film. Obviously, if I want to do the range videos, I might just do a weekend where I come out here and film a bunch of range tests and stuff. And because I'm not going to have the kind of, freedom there that I'm going to have here to just basically drive my Jeep right up to the firing line and shoot off the hood, so, but no, it'll be a good change. It'll be kind of nice and kind of get back to the big city a little bit.
Yeah. Damn it. Yeah. Just wait within a month of moving there. He's going to be sipping his iced blue donkey coffee, wearing his hipster pants and goddamn Democrat.
No, that'll never happen. No, I don't think so. No, when I was there in college, I wasn't like that. I'm not going to change. So anyway, but what's the topic for this evening? What are you guys talking about, man? I just keep seeing all these dumpsters and all these porta potties on fire. Is that what we're the flammability of outdoor sanitary products or what?
Yeah, right now I'm on my show, trolling G's show. I mean, the usual.
What's going on that? You got that little Robbie robot. Did you pick that up online or what?
Yes, I did. And Robbie robot says,
nice. Did you get a brand new one in the box?
New.
Nice. No. That's awesome. That is so cool. But he's going to eat all your money, man. He's going to eat all your ammo money.
Well, I already fed him some quarters, so now he's kind of full. I'm just giving him a penny to gnaw on every once in a while. And for whatever reason, he doesn't like moon food. Every time I put moon food in his hand, he puts it in his mouth, chews on it a bit, and then spits it out.
That's unusual. I don't know why. I mean, yeah. Have you tried putting bullets on there?
No, because I know it's going to be too heavy for the arm.
Come on. No, 22 LR.
No, because my luck, the damn thing will go off.
That'd be cool.
Oh no, I just meant the slug, not the actual bullet.
No, because I don't usually pull 22s. I shoot them, and then the bullet goes down range, and it's either in the dirt or off the steel.
How about 25 or 32?
I don't have a vagina. I don't shoot 25 or 32.
Well, neither do I, and I certainly don't.
I do have a very large clitoris and some fairly hairy tits, but I'm not a woman.
Look, man, I was just asking if you shoot it. I wasn't asking to see what you're like when you're naked.
Goodbye, rails.
Okay, then.
So, old 60
Pretty good,
Old
Dylan.
60 Armory. Old 60 Armory says college students should only vote in the home state. Is that a thing? Like if you're away at college, if you vote, your vote doesn't count in your home state? I didn't know that.
I thought, well, you do absentee voting for your home state.
Yeah, you can do absentee if you want to.
Yeah.
That's like if you're out of the country or something and you vote. It's not like you're voting for France or something when you're in France. It's kind of fucking stupid that if you're in another state, you could vote for that state. I guess you do live there technically, but
well, I mean, who in their right mind would vote for France?
No, not me.
I mean,
I don't want to go anywhere, man. I don't want to leave the United States.
Apart from smoking powder, what have they done lately?
I wouldn't want to leave anywhere. I wouldn't want to leave the United States and go anywhere right now.
I mean, they make some good cheeses, but that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, Budget's saying out there this just got real gross real quick. He obviously wasn't here. Rupan was talking about having shit flowing back in his face.
That's true.
And
that one got me. That one got me. That took a little while to get over that one.
Budget, weren't you here last week with the pineapple incident? Were you expecting better?
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
Mm-hmm. But it'd work a lot better if you actually told us what the laws of your chat are. I mean,
Stealth Hunter said, "Can't stay, just stopping by. Gordon Ramsay would not eat your food, Fry Cook. Have a good one, Peeps Weak Troll." Yeah, I'm fine. He doesn't have to eat my food. Guy's a douche.
Hey, speaking of food, did you guys watch Heavy's review of the stew that he did off his little survival pack that he cracked into?
I saw it and I didn't watch it yet.
Okay,
but I want to check it out.
He points out something really good, myself included. I never really paid attention to this. Like those little mountain house buckets and stuff you buy. Those are like, oh yeah, it's 30 days worth of food for one person or whatever. And even then, he started showing off the nutritional information. That's amazing. Those foods, you would just think that you should know better, but I really don't even look on the packages to look at the nutritional content. Very low protein, high carbs, high salt. I mean, there's nothing. There's like that whole bowl of stew, and it had like 7 grams of protein, and that was it. Yeah. I'm like, man, you better supplement that stuff if you're going to be living on it.
Well, that's the thing. That's there's, I think when you think about it, your ability to get protein into stuff isn't. I don't want to say it's not hard, but if the shit really got bad, I mean, finding some critter to throw in there and cook. It wouldn't, you
throw like crickets in there, grasshoppers,
yeah, stuff,
but a lot of people would just think that that's all they need is that bucket, and that's going to take care of them. And there's probably people that wouldn't even know how to check underneath things for like freaking grubs and stuff,
Yeah.
Especially if you put a lot of money into some of those kits, man, you can drop thousands of dollars in them and get like a 6-month food supply or 1 year. Those was like Patriot Pantry or something like that. One of those places where you can do a whole year for like $6,000.
Yeah.
I looked at one of those at the Walmart the other day. They had one of those something farm, like supposed to be good for like 30 years or something. And
Boone's Farm?
No, it wasn't Boone's Farm. Nor was it Mogan David or Night Train.
MD 2020.
Nope. I don't know. I looked at it and all it was like, oh, it's oatmeal, potato soup, pancake mix. I don't know. I was tempted. They had it like clearance for $20. It was supposed to be like a 48-hour 4-person thing. But yes, August and Farm budget.
Yeah, Budget's talking about doing a video on low carb, high protein food preps.
That's not bad. Instead of buying that 48-hour thing you're talking about, just buy like 2 Daytrex bars per person. I mean, it's going to have the same nutrition. At least that's got fat and calories and protein in it, so you can survive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I mean, I think
you need some animal fat in it.
Yeah, and I think that's where having certain grains around are really helpful too, like quinoa. Quinoa is a great one to have floating around if you want to store something that you can buy on your own. You know what I mean? Now, it's not going to be good for fucking years, but you know.
Well, you can always rotate in your cooking and replace it with fresh, like every 6 months or once a year. Just make something up with it over 1 week, you know?
Yeah, because there's not a whole lot of things other than animals that are perfect proteins. And certain combinations are like beans and rice. If you eat beans and rice together, it forms a perfect protein that the body can use. But quinoa is that's why they always call it a super grain. Quinoa is a protein that can be absorbed on its own. There's other ones too. I want to say teff might be. I don't know if you've ever seen teff. Teff is a grain from Somalia. It's super tiny, really tiny. Teff
like
might be.
Seed.
Yeah, well, no, it's smaller than that. It's tiny. It looks like
White pollen or
seeds
something,
almost.
basically, or sand grains.
It looks like poppy seeds, but it's white. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really small. They're $2.79 away from the goal. C4 says, but he's a cop. You can't really trust him. That's probably.
Well, he's a copycat. He just looked at what I posted.
Oh snap!
You guys checking out the patches? Then is that you're talking about 2-way patches?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're $279 away, and that's it.
I watched them. I watched them joke about corking your show too in the comments.
Oh, them?
Them who?
Or do you my comments?
Oh, they're joking about corking your show in their comments.
Oh. I have to go back and watch it. She was like, "Oh, we're that close? Well, I'm out of here. Later, losers. Eat my dust. I'm gone." I wonder what it'll get up to.
$9,999.99.
Yeah.
I don't know. We only need 2 people to do the $100 level and 2 people to do the new $50 level.
Yeah. How long does it go for? It goes till like Tuesday, right?
Mine says 3 days left, and so that'd be Tuesday. So it's not midnight here yet.
It's Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. That's cool. Those are some neat patches too. I tell you, that's the thing with me is like, if you're into patches at all, it's kind of a no-brainer. For $50 for 12 of them. A couple of them alone are like, I mean, just you can't get you get Matt's patch and Night Strike's patch. It's might be the only time to ever get those. Yankees patch. Yankee doesn't do patches.
Well, we know Night Strike's never going to make any.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can take those and make some money off of them. And doesn't do something goofy with them.
He'll lose them or something.
Nah, he keeps track of them just like his stickers.
Yeah. Oh man, where'd my patches go?
I don't want to sell my patches. I love them too much.
I'm a sad panda.
No, you're not, Flippy.
Yeah.
We can all be thankful for that.
I haven't seen Flippy for a while. Every once in a while, I'll pop on a lobby chat or whatever, and he'll be on there.
Yeah, I've seen him on some of the date ones, like in the afternoon during the week. Like when I'm around, if I ever happen to jump on and hear him.
Tim says doesn't do patches. Yeah, this is the first time he's done it. He's done a patch. I thought he was gonna. At first, it looked like he was gonna do his Ash patch. The Ash logo is a patch, but I don't know. Maybe they were worried about. They might have been worried about trademarks too. Yeah. Of course, Yankees doing the Kool-Aid one.
Well, I think that's kind of different enough.
Oh, I don't know.
Or it might be. I don't know. Well, think of it this way: the standard truck accessory, besides the nuts on the receiver hitch, is the Calvin pissing on insert item here. That's all unlicensed stuff. It's just that I forget the guy's name, the creator. He just doesn't give a fuck. Actually, who owns Kool-Aid? Is it Kraft?
I don't know.
I think it's Kraft.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. It's from Nebraska, by the way. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they actually have a huge Kool-Aid festival in the hometown where it was originally founded. Kraft Foods.
I'd be worried about any place handing out free Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, they had a huge display on it at one of our museums. Stewart Museum of Natural History had a whole basement display on it. They have all the packets, like all the different flavors, all the collectible items, they had everything, all the weird foreign flavors we never got. It's kind of interesting though. It was kind of funny. Half of the basement was the Kool-Aid display. The other half was firearms. It was like a huge firearms collection that they actually brought in. I don't remember what it was, a small arms collection or something, but it was huge. I mean, they had everything. It was very cool.
Edward Perkins from Hastings, Nebraska.
Yep.
That'd be interesting.
I put pictures up on Instagram, I think 2 years ago for it when I went there, or a year ago.
That's one of the cool things about other food in other countries is seeing the different flavors that they do.
Yeah,
like Oreos and everything. I mean, there's weird flavors for everything. Different countries. It's really neat. Sodas, Oreos, and
flavors of Pepsi that are like in Japan.
Do you guys want any more stats on the Kool-Aid company?
Sure, go ahead.
Sure, knock yourself out.
This is General Foods in 1953 bought the Kool-Aid company, and then it says an agreement between Kraft Foods and SodaStream in 2012 made Kool-Aid's various flavors available for customers at the SodaStream soda maker. So like the new soda fountain with the fast food joints.
Oh, interesting.
Nice.
And Travis P11 drank like 400 gallons of Purple Source Rex in middle school. So,
oh yeah, what were they? The Kool-Aid bursts? No, wait, or were those something different?
Oh, those little bottles that you pop the tops on.
Yeah, that you had like a kind of a bat wing looking twisty top.
Yeah, those are
squeezers. They took Squeezers was like its own.
Was it
its own brand?
Is that what they were called?
Squeezits were its own brand. The Kool-Aids were bursts.
Yeah,
which I think they took off the market because Mom's Demand rectal or attention or whatever said, "Oh no, that's marketing sugar to children. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's like heroin. You can't market heroin to children."
You can?
Yeah, that's why. Well, I'm trying to remember. Kool-Aid hasn't always been sugar free. They had like the ones where it's add sugar and then ones that were just add water.
Yeah, they still have the just add water ones.
Seven Wonders says Japan has a lot of crazy ice cream flavors like corn. Well, Japan's a little weird. It's all about kind of the shock value of, oh, that's so freaking ridiculous. I have to try it, or
they have like 50,
get it.
Yeah, they have like 50 flavors of Kit Kats over there.
Let's go check the Indiegogo out.
The Indiegogo. We're at a total of $9,728. We are 97% funded.
Buy patches now.
Buy
Do it
patches.
for the Kool-Aid man.
Out there and buy patches.
Do it.
Do
it.
So,
come on, do it now.
Do it now. Robot
It's
says
the
do
right
it.
thing to do.
If you don't do it, Robot's going to eat moon food.
If you buy patches, Midnight will get naked right now on
Yeah.
Man, we couldn't even get him to put a blue dress on at Tulsa. What are you talking about? So frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
If you buy patches, Night Strike might actually enter the store and eat the pizza this time.
Mm-hmm. How's his doing?
Somebody over in G's chat said Gizzard said he'd get naked on camera if you get to the goal on website.
Not exactly.
I don't remember Gizzard.
Weird.
Yeah, that was you, butthead.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even. Wow.
Yes, I have it on over here too.
Let's just watch his chat together on my chat.
Chatception.
Like, look at all these people over there. What the hell? Grimm's over there. Pants is over there. Mel's over there.
No,
You're over there.
yeah,
I'm over there.
You said we're quirking. Who's on right now? G-Webs?
Oh,
Yeah.
G's quirking us because he was in the chat for like, 5 minutes, and then once G saw that he was within a couple $100 of funding, he decided, well, I'm going to go live so I can broadcast live that, hey, yay, we did it.
Oh, okay. I got you. Because I was like, I didn't think G started until like 11 o'clock.
He hasn't. He hasn't been going live on Sundays because my chat goes long.
Oh, okay.
I decimated his band chats on Sundays.
Good choice of words.
You keep thinking that, Midnight.
Who said I'd shave my head? I mean,
Aren't you already?
It's this long now. You think shaving it's gonna bother me? Please.
Shut up. Just let them. We need the money. Just take one for the team, bro.
Just be quiet. I mean, if
Take
Night
one for the
Strike's
team.
going to shave his beard, I don't know. You could give the clippers to George. I mean, that would be at least be entertaining.
Guys over there thinking they're cool, raising a bunch of money for awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
Your entire show's over there in the chat.
Come on.
Oh, Night Strike.
Who's got the Robbie bag? That's Fine Ape. 50 caliber Karma's out there.
Shot the Robbie Bank. I didn't. Who shot? Who?
He meant who's got.
Oh. Why would I shoot Robbie? All he wants to do is sit here and eat pennies and occasionally chew on moon food.
Yeah. Will it work? It'll work with other coins, right? When you put a 50-cent piece on there, would it be able to muscle that up?
Oh, I thought you were going to try and gyp the poor guy by giving him a peso.
I don't have any 50-cent pieces. I haven't had any of those for years.
Will it eat more?
They'll do a quarter.
Will it eat ammo?
$2 bills.
No, it's got to be something in coinage form. Well, I was originally going to find like a washer and print out a picture of Midnight's making God damn it!
Banana pancakes?
Making bacon pancakes?
Maple bacon pancakes, and see if he would eat it. Who was that? Richard Rupan, who started this stuttering nonsense. It's contagious.
What is this? What is the stuttering nonsense you're talking about? I think I missed this one.
I don't know. Someone was stumbling over the words, so I'm just going to blame my ineptness over
pancakes?
them. Maple bacon pancakes. That's what I got it.
Maple? It's making bacon pancakes.
Making maple bacon pancakes?
Not just making bacon pancakes.
No maple in there.
No. You got to put maple on it. You got to put syrup on it.
Either
that or you get like the chocolate coated bacon and put it in with the pancake batter. Then it's chocolate bacon pancakes.
I'm surprised that somebody hasn't copied the McGriddle idea and just made an instant pancake batter with like little crystals of syrup
maple
that'll melt when you cook it on the griddle. Yeah, I don't know if they could. It'd be interesting because you wouldn't want it to burn, but I'm surprised they haven't done that yet.
Yeah, and I want to kind of be like you'd have to get it to where it would crystallize.
Yeah.
I'm surprised like Jimmy Dean or somebody hasn't come out with frozen ones where you just throw them in your microwave.
Frozen what? Frozen pancakes?
No, the frozen griddle things like you were talking about.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
Just try it and see.
Midnight Range will eat a banana with Sprite if they fund the batch. Are you trying to rhyme? Are you just trying to like make haikus or what?
Eat a what?
All right.
With Sprite.
No, just eat a banana, then drink some Sprite.
Was it cause you like blow up or something if you do that? Or what?
You might.
Volatile combination.
You might throw up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe
throw up a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, that's rough. So does honey.
Sprite. I mean, does it work with any soda or just Sprite?
Mm.
Why is it us versus them?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they got $10,000 back in them. I got nothing. That's what I was just gonna say. Your screen went really dim.
Turn lights off or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something weird. I can't lock on you either.
I didn't do it.
Once he's gone, somebody else jump in quick.
I could get George in there real quick.
It wouldn't matter.
$107.
There we go.
Both the readers and viewers something, a place that they can get valid stuff that isn't a platform like stupid.
Oh, Pants is over there. We're beating Pancake 47-22.
Yeah, I just said that.
This is a platform that Jeff has built.
Copycat.
Brings writers and contributors into
okay, Mr. Kettle.
Data that's independent from the social media platform. So very much like
C4. Please eat 2 bananas and a liter of Sprite.
They're focused on gear as opposed to guns, but obviously very gun friendly, and they're focused on Second Amendment as well. Gun 2 is again a video hosting platform, but unlike any of the other players out there, Night Strike is a member of the active live community. Is looking forward.
Oh, Matthew Johnson got the last $15 perk.
And build tools to get us there instead of just.
I bet you could buy another one. Try it.
Yeah, I mean,
they've added more. Yeah,
he added to the 50.
No, we will not let you buy this. No.
Open with how he creates and inspires others and encourages others. It did me what we built gun channels for.
God damn it, you guys crashed Indiegogo. Now I can't pull it out.
Well, Gary, once
I
you
was
get to a
just
certain
there.
age, that happens.
You can blame me. I was just there.
Something different than the
We'll put Pants in timeout if he doesn't stop.
Placeholder. We've got the 2-8 fund. Artisan Tony's been kicking on the YouTube community on the Second Amendment as Second Amendment activists for
Like
years.
being on one chat, listening to another chat.
I said I'm selling pineapples over in my chat.
I agree with Seven Wonders. Somebody buy these patches so we can move on.
I already did.
$107. Come on,
Me too, man.
2 more. I need 2 more people and one cheap ass.
Gary, you can take that $2 you were going to give me for my
G
internet.
bought any?
That's true. He probably didn't even buy any of that bastard. Jorge bought 2 patches, that brown noser.
And awareness and lobbying, but politics. Good people that's been around since.
Come on, somebody buy some patches.
All right. Buy them. Buy them now. Buy them.
Do it. Do it now.
Just
do it now.
What the hell? Sell them
Do
for
it.
$10 a
Do it.
piece. You'll
Do
make
it.
money.
Do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's. I mean, you could flip them for sure.
Hell yeah.
You could. I guarantee, if you bought those 12, you could sell at least. You could probably sell the Never Enough Ammo one and the Yankee one together and make your money back.
Pretty sure.
100.
In like a month.
Rick dropped another 50, so he grabbed a set. Matthew and Neil each contributed a couple of bucks.
Oh, snap.
And
Snap.
Individual
Crackle.
contributions. I can't think of it. It's going to hopefully save this whole thing because I'm an idiot. They were talking earlier on low rent.
Buy more patches.
He's an idiot. You heard it here first. He said it.
This is riveting watching this on midnight.
I was just going to say, how about
guys, they're within $50, please.
Gizzard, why don't you screenshot and we'll watch it. We'll watch it through here.
All right.
$50. Gizzard, you go live and watch Midnight, and then I'll go live and watch Gizzard.
More chatception. $50. $50.
$50. Come on, nearly $50.
$50. That's like 5 really bad blowjobs.
Whoa.
Literally, the next person will be.
We just got another $50 from James.
I said everyone on my chat is going to go live so we can all watch each other watch your chat.
Is that 30 seconds? Is that 2 minutes?
Rick is he's out there in the chat right now. It's LYF. He put that in there. So
hold on a second, and I'm locked on Gizzard. There we go.
$50.
We saw your contribution. He kind of came in. He contributed and then came in early. Or came in late. He didn't hear us talking about how he dropped $100 grand.
Oh!
He dropped $100 in there and got us there. So, but yeah, we're literally
to infinity and beyond. No, sorry.
So we can.
It's like New Year's Eve, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we go dig up Dick Clark?
Heck yeah.
All right.
Seven Wonder says I'm gonna go lick some coins.
Hey, that's Robbie's job now. Get your own job.
$99.50.
Yep.
It's pants dropped at $50. It's not showing up on the main page yet.
Somebody's not there. There's maybe somebody withdrew. That can happen.
I'm gonna go buy it just to shut
Hey,
them up.
we're at
How about somebody on that panel over there by him?
I think everyone on the panel did. Yep.
All right.
We're at 10 grand.
Oh, they got it?
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Happy dance from Robbie.
Same pants?
Same pants. That's pants.
Well, fucking hate pants. The pants put us right where we need to be. We're at that's like right there.
Like right at 10,000. That's pretty neat. So it's not over. So now let's start. Let's eat back.
Oh, now he's pushing for more money. Here we go. It's going for 20G.
PBS all over again, baby.
This is like a public television channel telethon, man.
Let's see if we can double it.
I will throw in free koozies for anybody that does $55.
What?
We got him to 10 grand, and this is what we get. He's going to keep doing it. What?
Yep.
Well, remember, folks, that we've met our goal of $10,000, but for the next 30 seconds, we will get matching funds from the 2A Foundation.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll have a few days for these guys to get off of their butt. Once we trying to get these guys' designs in, it's going to be impossible.
Am I done?
Yeah.
Can I shut mine off now?
All right, can I go to bed now?
No, Travis, you cannot go to bed till you review at least 3 more Black Rifle coffees.
All I have is Blackout Coffee Company right now. I don't have any Black Rifle coffee with me.
Well, now what do we do? Shit.
I don't know.
No.
I've got a cold brew I haven't reviewed yet, but I can brew some up
we had going tonight. Shit.
Kinky Sphincter says, send booty pics to me for celebration. So there you go. Gizzard, get on that.
George, where are you?
Here you go, Kinky.
Somebody over there said Travis P11 will give the next 5 people that pledge $10 sensual back rubs.
Think you forgot the at.
Somebody.
I'm gonna give him $10 sensual back rubs.
If somebody who may be a chef may have.
Wait, they're gonna give me $10 to give them a sensual back rub.
No, you're gonna give them a back rub that's worth $10 for nothing.
But you have to go to Nebraska to get it.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, why not? I'm down. I'll give him one that's worth $5 instead. How about that?
There you go. Oh yeah, that'll really screw him. You get there and renege on your $10 rubbing.
How did we get from talking him back rubs to screwing?
I never went there. That's just what you guys made it into.
You've never been to a massage parlor.
Would you like the happy ending or the sad ending? I think I'll have the sad ending. Oh, here's a picture of Book of Dead puppies.
Oh, so all the happy ending usually does is get you arrested like that Patriots guy.
I thought Robert Kraft got the sad ending.
Yeah, he got the sad ending.
Jorge says, "Yay!" So where's Jerry Lewis thanking us all? Is he still? He's not alive anymore, is he?
Didn't he?
I think he died a couple years ago.
If we're walking around, he'd be voting Democrat. So do we really want Jerry Lewis walking around?
I think he was to start with, but that's
no. Jerry Lewis was a conservative.
Yeah, no. Remember, he had a huge gun collection that doesn't mean anything, but he had a huge gun collection that they sold off when he died.
Really?
They auctioned it or something. Yeah. He had a pretty sizable firearms collection, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know that.
What's that?
I say he collected huge guns. He said he had a huge gun collection.
Yeah, it said June 18th of 2018. Jerry Lewis's gun collection should be auctioned. Yeah.
If it keeps going, they should need to make some patches for the rest of us.
Mm-hmm. I came through too late.
What? What?
Oh.
I just bought another set.
And money bags. You know what? He's got the money though. He probably stole $1 from each one of those damn kids over at the house the other day. He's like, I ain't gonna miss $1. Yoinks.
$2.50.
It's like a blind guy robbing a baby. What?
What? It don't even make sense.
That don't make no sense.
It don't even make sense.
Don't make the goddamn sense.
Oh, Ricky, I was high when I said that. It don't even make sense. Oh, Ricky Bobby. You put onions on my steak. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to, sir. Oh, I think you did mean to put the onions on the damn steak. Hey, who wants to go get thrown out of an Applebee's? It's a great movie.
Smothered chicken last night. That was really good.
You smothered a chicken? That's fucked up, man.
Well,
what the hell did
that's some messed up shit.
I mean, goddamn Gary.
hey, I smothered a chicken, not a rooster.
I mean, I've read about things like this on Penthouse Forum, but geez, you know.
Well, you know, I figured it's just more morally and ethically okay to kill a chicken that wanted to be eaten.
Wow. Wow, man.
Why? Because chickens taste good smothered in Swiss cheese, onions, and peppers.
Yes.
And butter.
Yes, they do.
You put enough crap on it, you could eat a turd smothered.
I go along with that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go along with that. Double smothered and covered. Denny's style.
Waffle House.
Would it be better than choking the chicken? I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Depends on if you're, as long as it's a consenting chicken. It's two consenting chickens.
Yeah. R. Kelly, take it easy with the young chickens. You don't want no chicks.
Leave the eggs alone.
Yeah.
At least let them get out of the cloaca first.
Don't let R. Kelly into Tractor Supply right now.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Don't let him. Yeah, don't let him hang over there at Roll Call's house. You got them chicks running around everywhere. We had when my brother. I'm 10 years older than my brother. When my brother was a couple of years old, my parents bought ducks, baby ducks, little mallards. None of them fucking lasted. Dog ate one of them. One of them took off, got hit by a car. One of them got eaten by a turtle, a snapping turtle.
What did knives ever do to you?
Yeah, right. Nothing. He did eat a baby duck in my backyard, though. Freaking brother was traumatized, I think.
Well, that's just from growing up with you.
Probably. We had a little stream that ran, a little creek that ran in the back of our house, or out back at the house. And when we got these ducks, we thought it would be kind of a neat idea. I went down and built like a little dam, right?
Damn.
Just out of rocks. So it got, it was maybe made it like 8 inches deep or something, not super deep. So I made this little dam. I was like maybe 13 something, I don't know. And backed the water up a little bit and made like a little so they could go down there and swim. You know what I mean? Kind of neat. And by this time, I think we had 5 to start. By this time, we had like 3 of them left, 2 or 3 of them. And they go out there and they start paddling around and swimming around, and a friggin' turtle just whoosh, snaps up and takes one of them.
Oh, man.
Like,
holy
shit. Yeah, man, it was crazy. I was like, holy shit, Wild Kingdom.
Dun, 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 dun.
What is this? You guys are booming on my feed right off the bat. Stop it. What is that? What are you talking about, roll call?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Hell.
Oh, wait. Sorry. That's
Dakota Roach says, who is the ugly Harley Quinn in the other chat? Jesus.
No, it ain't Jesus.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, it's probably about as far away from Jeebus as you can get.
Casino boss, I believe we call them Italians, not guineas.
That's fucked up. Is that strike number 2? I'm on a list now. I'm on a goddamn YouTube list now. Thanks.
They've got a little list.
Yeah. Kenny in the yard are great for tick control. Yeah, all those little birds are. Turkeys, geese, ducks, they'll eat it. They'll all eat them. Who is the ugly Harley Quinn? that goddamn that avatar is pretty fucking terrifying, man. I'll tell you what.
It was so horrifying to look at. Patriot even jumped out.
He'll be back.
He's like,
he'll be back.
He's like, I gotta throw up. I'll be right back.
He just went to unmute.
Just look to the side chat. He'll be in and out 15 times.
It's like, dear God, it's a miracle. My sight came back. I looked at Yankee. Nope, I got to go gouge him out now. That's mean even for me.
Oh, Patriots over there trying to sell patches already. That son of a bitch.
Scalper.
Anybody want to buy?
Scalper in the
anybody want to buy?
Anybody want to buy a gun tube patch or what?
He says, anybody want to buy a gun tube patch? That's good for him for getting kicked out. He's playing 2 sides of the coin. Over there causing trouble. So what's well, now that that's over, which is awesome. So what happens what happens if it goes over? I mean, I wonder what they'll do with
it. Already did.
Yeah, we're like 150 over.
Oh shit.
Let's see if we can't get it to 350 over.
350.
350.
Maybe the Loch Ness Monster wants to hop in.
Mm-hmm. Get himself a Kool-Aid man and a NEA patch.
There you go.
I gave him $1. She gave him $1.
Oh, whoa.
He tricked me. He tricked me. That's about the time I realized that this Girl Scout was a 50-foot talking lizard from the Paleolithic era. Good stuff. So what's new in the news today?
I don't know.
I've been watching a lot of stuff, but not like super new stuff. Been watching a lot of suggested shit while I'm doing prep at work and stuff like that. But
apparently, Roll Call's got popsicles in his basement. Would you like a popsicle for your big muscly arms?
I got popsicles in the basement. Rocall's shit faced again. Him and his
popsicles, aka PBR.
No, that's a beersicle. Use the proper terminology, goddammit.
He's trying to find out how much PBR it takes to get a baby turkey fucked up.
You got
my baby turkey smashed. He's marinating early.
Well, if you force feed them the beer and then you force feed them some turkey, you get that turkey and turkey sealed in goodness.
Force feed them some bananas and Sprite.
Oh God,
you're a fucking monster.
Of course, banana bread before bed makes the beast sleep.
Yep.
Banana
bread and Sprite makes you go to the hospital.
Well, of course, the banana bread binds you up, and then the Sprite only has one way to go out.
Matthew Johnson says, "Okay, G-Webs is done corking you.
Fill up the panel so he can't come back in."
Yeah. I should start a new hangout and not send him a link.
Oh God!
And change one letter.
Too late. He's already putting your chat out and his link out in your chat.
Boob Sweat says, "Boob Sweat, did you see that Illinois has proposed a bill to create a gun seizure regime?" Wow,
won't surprise me.
What exactly does that mean? Those are
big words. Big word.
Harsh word.
Big word.
I mean,
brainy.
Yeah, that's
regime.
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 Regime is that like one of those? I think it's like one of those remodeled vaginas when they get them tightened up in that.
Oh, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Oh, look who's back! Big Shot's back. Oh my God, Night Strike's here.
Oh, Night Strike.
I got a big vacation to plan.
Even the robot's
congratulations.
Yep.
Congratulations, guys. It's awesome. It's really cool that you guys are going to be able to get some patches. Spread them out across the nation to promote our rights.
Right on.
Yeah, like I said, now there's another successful $10,000 campaign on Indiegogo forever, linked to all those organizations.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Web, sir, I raise my beer to you.
Yeah, very cool.
I didn't do shit. I just put some code on the internet. 200 people did it.
Matthew Johnson says, P11, you need to get it on the next patch batch.
Yes, I do need to get my patches going. I need to get my patches going anyway, but
we're doing a gun channels one. How soon do y'all want to do a gun channels one?
I'm down.
I'm all about e-bagging. Let's start e-bagging right away.
All right, let's
take that 100 e-bagging and went over and get it started.
I still need to get my Indiegogo campaign finished. So
you're out.
Yeah, this guy. Look at this guy trying to jump in like he's just going to jump in every patch now. So if we don't try to do the 100, it gets way different. Like the 100 is what I was trying to get my goal was to get like Night Strike and Gunstreamer where they might want like hundreds, right? Get their price down to where they don't have to do the whole 500 to get to the $500 price, right? So if we don't worry about that part, we just want to get. I'm going to talk to Angelina because she can get fewer quantity than I can at her place, but we'll see like what it's like. Let's say to get 50. And then we'll see how much that would cost. I don't know. I'm wondering. I don't know if it'll be a cost thing so much as just maybe we'll save on shipping. Because you know what I mean. When I'm not ordering thousands and thousands of dollars at once, I don't know if there's like a big discount necessarily, but at least it could get them all done at the same time. But I can start on that. I'll start inquiring what a smaller number is, and that might be, much less. I would think.
Yeah.
Right, and you heard it here first on the closer.
There you go.
Well, yeah, G, if you want to put me in on that one, I'm down for that. Just let me know and I'll do whatever.
How do we come up with who's gonna? We have to figure out how many. What do you think? Do I make it $50 again for a gun channels one? Do we make it $25? Do we? What end price?
25 and do like 6 or something, or
That's what I'm trying. I mean,
because a lot of people are just going to be coming off of this, and some people gave a lot of money on this one. Maybe not make it quite so expensive, but
that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, we're not. Our goal isn't to charge people $50 every month. Just to have
$50, but they get 24 patches instead of 12.
Ooh,
I don't know.
There you go.
Well, if we're only getting 50 of each, there's no way they're going to be $2 a piece. That'd be great.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe wait until after Tulsa.
Possibility. Wow.
I think that might be best.
Well, Tulsa, I figure after a couple of weeks we can, this will be done. Everybody will forget about this one, then it'll just be coming in the mail. Like once we're done blabbing about it, once it's completely over, this won't be later anymore.
So you're asking about what was it? Seeing who all wanted to be in on it, or like setting pricing?
I'm thinking like a Thunderdome situation where everybody that's interested goes in, and those that survive get the runs. Or
okay. Well, then that's perfect for waiting till Tulsa, because most of us will be together, and then I guess we have to do like a traveling road show for everyone who didn't make it to Tulsa. Like we bring the Thunderdome to them.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be more like the riot scene or whatever it is in Anchorman. Also like that.
Kinky Sphincter says, Kinky says, okay, send all celebratory booty pics to shootingleftof.center@gmail.com.
Fine, Kinky. Here.
We're going to see some robot booty. That's some booty.
There, it's even animated.
Look at him go.
I have never seen a robot twerk before.
There you go.
Check out those curves.
I don't know. He is pretty curved. I mean, he is kind of bent on the back.
Yeah, and he's also symmetrical.
Awesome. Yep.
Cage fight in Tulsa.
Cage fight.
You guys have fun with that.
I still think he looks like those Canadian guys on South Park. What was it?
Well, he looks like a minion that.
The
Canadian
Clarence and whatever their name for the two little guys. Clarence and
I your pal, friend.
Yeah,
Terrence and Phillip.
Yeah. Any Canadian on that show.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and hit the hay here. I got to catch some Z's. I just want to hang out for a little while. But, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, man.
Have a good
night.
11.
Let's get those patches going, man. More patches.
More patches.
More patches. Later, guys. Take care.
Hashtag never enough patches.
Exactly.
Never enough patches.
Take the extra and start the gun channels patch. Negative 200. You $250 over. What do you do with the extra money, G? Put that towards something else, or
give it to Night Strike?
There's no extra money. You mean like the $250 or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean it's all screwed up. For one, whatever the calculations I based it on originally were 100 singles and 40 doubles.
Oh yeah.
So now it's got 64 singles in there. The doubles, anyway. So there's not extra anyway. There won't be any. There's not fundraising. That's what we were saying in the other chat. It's anything extra will either go to get more patches, which is tough because it's not like they're going to do 107 of each of them. You know what I mean? It's like got to go to 125 or something. So anyway, it'll go towards more patches, or now that there's a number, like I can start doing less theoretical math, and like I know how many are already sold. Like right now, that tells me shipping, and that tells me numbers I can actually use and not theorize. We'll try to either bring more patches per organization, so like they will get more than 100, or we'll bring a 13th patch on. So I just got to figure out. I can't say which because I don't know where that line is. Like let's say it's 1,200, let's say it's 1,500. I don't even know where it is. I just pulled the stretch goals out of my butt before.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no fundraising. It's not designed to make anybody money. I mean, I'll pay for the shipping for sure, and like if there's like $50 left over, I'm keeping it. But it's not like designed to. Okay, everything over 10 is just my paycheck or something.
Well, no, that's what I meant. I just didn't know if you if you had anything ear noted for any extra that you might have.
Because what happens is, let's say we want to do more. I can't just say I can't do 107. Like, oh, there's enough for 100 extra patches, so everybody gets 5. Like I can, if we get to enough to go to 125, that's a no-brainer. But if it gets to like there's more money but not enough, then maybe like we'll have Angelina run as many patches as she'll do for us, or something like that, or stickers that she'll do for us, or
that would be cool.
Something to do, because it's really the effort was to get everybody working together and to show like some of these people that haven't done crowdfunding, the power of crowdfunding and a little of the behind the scenes, and a successful crowdfunding is a great way to get into it. And then, like I say, we'll do something to make it a benefit to the groups.
Yeah, because what if you do have anything quote unquote left over or whatever, you turn into some sort of product and sell that product and profit, even more. That would be.
We will know for sure on Wednesday. It'll be a lot, or maybe Thursday. It'll be a lot easier once we know what the number is. Right? If it stays right at 250, then that's something. But if it goes to, whatever I put in there, like 200,000, well, then we're going to Dragonlands.
Right.
Nice.
Like I say right now, if we get to the 250,000, the first 10 people are going to Dragonlands with us.
Wait, hold on.
Who were the first 10 people?
I don't know. I'd have to go back.
I'm number 18.
I think I was pretty early, but I don't know how early it was.
Will it go all the way back?
Let's.
Well, I could probably go inside and look.
View contribution details. Oh, hell yeah. I'm contribution number 4, motherfucker.
I'm not going.
Does it tell you when you contribute what number it is?
Email back it does.
Yeah, it'll show in the payment.
That's cool.
Yeah, contribution details, status, contribution placed, contribution ID for contribution date, 25 February 2019, selected perk. So,
well, we know Pants is the one that finished it. He got it to the 10%. And then I forget, was it Mel? No, Mel just did one. I forget who was I think we saw the 100th happen also. And I wrote it in the comments, I think.
I was 14.
Oh,
contribution. Son of a bitch.
Some bitch.
I always get screwed.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I guess that makes you the wound up some bitch of the night.
Okay, well, bullshit. That's a good point. We're gonna kick out the 14th guy just randomly, and then we'll bring in the 200th guy.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. That's a good idea. Good thinking. Yeah, see, even Robbie's excited about it.
No, I don't know. I would imagine like right now, since I don't know how this works, because I don't know if I've done an all or nothing one on Indiegogo that's been successful before. But let's say you put in $50 days ago because you wanted to contribute, but now it's funded, and you're like, I don't have $50 extra. I'm pulling that back out. Do you think you still can until Wednesday? I think you can.
Probably.
So I think it'll shuffle a little bit, because there's got to be people, that were like, I'm willing to help, but now they don't need me anymore. I need this $50 more than they do, right? And they'll pull it out. I don't know if it'll go back under. I suppose it probably could if it's. And I really don't like to say I don't know. So it's over now, but it could change, I guess. I don't, because if it hasn't already, if it hasn't charged whoever's contributed today, then it's going to wait until Wednesday.
Yeah.
It probably will wait.
Yeah, it's interesting to think, because I guess that could happen. I mean, especially with some of the larger ones, you could have quite a few people pull out or have cards that are void. You know what I mean? Like old cards or bad cards, or
Oh, I didn't think.
I guess it would.
Well, no, you wouldn't.
Actually, maybe it
wouldn't let you take it with a bad card,
right?
Right.
It would probably tell you right away. That's right. Yeah.
Well,
it wouldn't approve it.
But there's still going to be people that do it with like a card, and then something happens and their card's turned off today. Like it took it yesterday, but it's not there anymore today. Period. So, and with 200 plus people, that could be a thing. But
yeah,
we're also not talking about some like flashlight that a billion people that could give a crap one way or the other. I'm assuming the people that are involved in this give a shit, so they're not looking to I screwed this guy.
Yeah.
But it's certainly great news that we were able to get this thing funded. I'm super stoked for gun tube patches.
What do you think? Since you're going to get the patch now, you take the gun tube and turn it blue instead of stupid red.
I like red though.
Can't you do like a wood grain?
Well, we could do that. We could make it like a wood grain red.
Yeah. Wood grain brown or camo.
It'd be like the worst brown pet ever. People are like, what is that supposed to be anyway?
What? Oh yeah, most people don't know what a tube TV with clickers on the side are.
Yeah, but I found that image and I tweaked it to serve GunTube's purposes because it was just a one of those free clip art images. So I mean, it's an old tube TV. Guess it doesn't have the antennas on top, but I don't want that. I don't want it.
TVs had cable.
It's a cable ready TV.
It's a cable ready TV because it's on the internet. It's connected to the World Wide Web.
When you get your gun tube patch, right? Stick it on whatever you're going to stick it to with the Velcro, and then take a paper clip and bend it into the shape of a letter V, and then jam it in between the Velcro and whatever your patch and whatever you Velcroed it to, and then it'll have two little antennas sticking up on top.
That's a great idea. I'll do that.
Nice.
I'll hot glue them on there right away for everybody.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to.
No, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll staple them on there for everybody, so that way they're.
If you do two staples instead of the paper clip, then you'll have a better anchoring point for the two rabbit ears.
Gee, I'm going to stop you right there. Don't do that because that'll raise the shipping price on the gun tube patches.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Metal.
So, yeah.
Plus pointy.
Yeah.
Pointy pokey.
Yeah.
Are they talking about the campaign as far as the cutoff?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I think they're talking about the cutoff for who goes to Dragon Man. We'll have to see. Depends on hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got
because there's 30 million gun owners, and 1 out of 30 gun owners gives a crap about the Second Amendment. And if they each contribute $50, that's $50 million. So if conservatively, we bring in $50 million on this campaign, we could probably bring first 13 people.
I mean, give or take.
So is that when we turn gun channels into a 501c4 and do it better than the NRA?
No.
No,
I thought it was the point of where we got the gun channels party house.
I'm a capitalist. Everything I do is capitalist. I don't do nonprofits.
I'm just saying.
With 50 million, we could have a party house in Vegas. We could have a place near Dragon Man. We'd have a party house in Tulsa.
No, follow me here. We can have a gun channels island where no one can tell us what to do.
An east and west mobile command center. You ever seen like a police mobile command center? Giant RV turned into a cool,
like a super, like a Greyhound turned into a
video production studio and like bar. Yeah, that's what we'll have.
And with the slide out.
An old GMC from the 70s RV from like Stripes.
Yeah, exactly. Except turned into like a pimp like video production studio and like the internet and data, and then we pull that thing up as the Gun Channels Command Center. Everybody comes up in their own RVs, and we circle the wagons, and then we got the HQ and everybody's got the comforts at home.
So would we be rolling kind of like a carrier battle group? Keep the mobile command in the center. Got a couple of screeners, a couple people on motorcycles.
More like some kind of ragged, like road warrior type of.
Kind of like Mad Max, only less assless chaps.
Yeah, exactly. No weird boomerangs or nothing, but in better weather, hopefully.
So I wanna. Oh shoot! Stupid interwebs.
Stupid interwebs.
Dumb interwebs.
Dumb.
So I wanna screen share something, and I want some advice, or not advice so much, but opinion.
Oh, we got lots of opinions.
Yeah,
we know you
that's
do,
fine.
Fine Ape. We know you do.
No, I just have a lot of smart-ass comments. The opinions of FineApe.com is not necessarily the sole opinions of Midnight Range TM's The Closer. They are, however, the sole and full responsibility of Night Strike at hit or miss Tuesday night, 9 o'clock.
No. And you will have to forward everything to our complaint department at the
Shooting left the center.
Shooting left the center at gmail.com. There we go.
There you go.
I always want to say the Yankee Marshal, but he don't read that one.
Address it to Harley.
Address it to Creepy Harley. So is that one of those out of ordinance ones like that Rosie the Riveter one there, Midnight?
Kinda, but this is case hardened.
So it's an actual case hardening, not just
it's actually case hardened. It's frame and slide are case hardened too. Like ever since I saw that Nighthawk that had the case hardened frame, I've always thought case hardening was kind of neat, but I never really, I don't think appreciated it. And then I saw that Nighthawk and it had the case hardened frame, but not the case hardened slide. And I thought that actually looked kind of odd. So Auto Ordnance is doing a all case hardened frame and slide, and I'm really digging it.
It looks like they got the grip safety too, if you will.
Yeah.
Grip safety, everything. I mean, the hammer, the beaver tail, everything. I think the trigger even looks like it's case hardened.
That could just be a plastic, because it's their GI model, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so then it'd probably be like a Bakelite plastic or something like that.
If it's the GI model, the grips.
No.
Oh, that grip right there, that's wood. I can tell you right now.
No, I was talking the trigger shoe, not like the trigger bar or anything like that.
What the hell's a trigger shoe?
It's the actual trigger part.
On.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the trigger shoe fits over the trigger bar that goes around your magazine and trips your sear and that.
So that's plastic on some guns?
It's some type of synthetic.
Really?
Often.
Really? I didn't know that. I mean, I could see it on I shouldn't say this. I'm saying as far as 1911s go, I'm surprised to hear that would be a piece that wouldn't be metal. I always thought that the actual trigger piece that you put your finger on would be metal. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about case? I mean, I've never owned anything case hardened. I mean, I know the process. I looked it up and I kind of learned about it, and it didn't make me not want to do it, because I think it's really cool. But as far as maintenance goes, is there anything different with case hardened metals maintenance wise, rather than
it'll never break in? I'm joking.
Well, no, I mean I'm talking about is there any higher risk of rust? Or I know the case hardened outer shell is harder. That's why they do it. And then the inner metal it's not treated, or not, the temperature doesn't get to it, is a little bit softer. That's why they like it. I guess that's why some people like it. I don't know. But
it's a surface treatment. It only goes down like maybe 10 to 30 thousandths deep in the metal itself. And you get the wear resistance of a hard metal on the exterior, but you still have the elasticity of a softer steel.
Right. Yeah. Is there any higher instance of like rusting or anything like that, or wearing? Does it wear worse or better or anything like that? Do you guys know anything about it? Night Strike or G, you guys would. Night Strike, you might know too.
I know not many guns that are case hardened except for olden days guns, so I don't have experience with them at all, except for old guns, and they're old. So you had to take care of them, so you wouldn't come rusty.
It just seems like kind of a new, like, I don't want to call it a fad because that sounds like it's like
it's been around. The process has been around forever.
Yeah,
but it seems like it's got like kind of a rejuvenation with like the Turnbull stuff.
Yeah,
like
Turnbull and Ed Brown have been doing that as like one of their custom finishes for years.
Yeah.
On the subject of whether it wears or doesn't wear differently, the only thing that I have that I know is case hardened would be the trigger and the hammer on my Taurus Model 85, and I pocket carried that for a couple years and really hadn't noticed anything on it. Even it's a blued model. The only thing I noticed was that like a little bit of the finish wore off around the muzzle end of it. But
Midnight, what are you looking at this as, like a carry gun or just a range gun?
No, like I want to get a 1911, and I can't say that I wouldn't ever carry it. I mean, I would maybe open carry it, or if I go to a rally or something, I think this is what I would take.
I can see that.
I would say
you know what I mean?
in an oxblood red holster would look pimp.
Yeah,
that would be sweet. Yeah, that would be really cool.
No, it looks like from that picture right there, it looks like just the frame itself is case hardened along with the slide, but it doesn't necessarily look like, say, the bushing, which is keeping the barrel in place right there at the front, or even the hammer or the grip safety. Well, almost the grip safety looks like it might be
looks like it's got a little
harder. Harder on
definitely the from. I mean, I'm looking at it full screen, and the hammer and the grip safety definitely look case hardened.
Okay. So
do they have like other views of it, like from the front or from the side?
Yeah, probably. Let me look here.
So I mean, yeah.
And
so, okay, there we go. Yeah, the bushing probably isn't, but then again, it's probably a lot easier manufacturing-wise for them just to take a blued bushing and throw it in than to have to go through the case hardening. Because the thing with any heat treating process is the thickness and the geometry of your part has a lot to do with how the finished product, if you're wanting a consistent temper through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
what's nice is even though the front bushing it doesn't look like it's case hardened, it's not like a high gloss or anything like that. It's kind of matte, so it matches.
It's almost like an eggshell.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's probably phosphated.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
like the GIs in World War II were, because the 1911s made for the military before the ones used in World War II were blued. The ones they used in World War II, they used phosphating because it was faster and it held up just as well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it was easy. It's easier to turn thousands of these things out, during a war.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say even if it's not case hardened, it has a nice kind of contrast to the, I don't know if you want to call it the swirl or the extravagance of the of the rest of it.
Well, the reason I was mentioning about seeing whether the trigger or the hammer, maybe even some of the internals, see if they're case hardened or not. Because if they're not case hardened, then you got to treat them like you got to treat you're gonna have to treat it anyways. But just make sure you keep everything oiled, lubricated, greased where you need to, and just remember when you buy the gun, you may want to disassemble it completely and clean everything, everything.
And try not to cut yourself.
And try not to cut yourself. And
don't mechanics gloves.
Tip, do not try and put the mainspring housing in with the buffers, the grip spring in backwards. Okay, just don't do that. It hurts.
Yeah, just to counter Night Strike's thing about the internals being case hardened, they're probably not. Just from a simplification of manufacturing, if you can use this part in like 4 or 5 different things, it's going to be a lot easier than, we need to take this thing, but make a new part number, make a new revision, and okay, this one goes to the case hardened gun, this one goes to the pinup girl gun. I mean, it's going to be, probably like their other one, it's going to be their a nice exterior finish, and they're bone stock parts on the inside.
Now, when you do take it apart, you'll notice that the sear and the disconnector are polished in some areas. Okay, you can keep those and use those if you want, but I would recommend possibly getting like a Wilson Combat stainless steel, bulletproof disconnector and sear, because those are better.
Mm-hmm.
Just auto ordnance is great. I'm not knocking auto ordnance, but I did that in my 1911. Yes, it's an ATI, but I've had much better performance with those Wilson Combat stainless steel parts than I had with the ATI parts.
But they are kind of sharp.
Well, they are sharp, but I handled those well.
Well, that's the whole sign of good machining is how well you're able to make a nice, crisp, sharp corner.
Right. But I put Wilson Combat parts in my 1911, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah. So you
don't have to. I'm just recommending it. It might be something you might want to think about down the line if you don't necessarily like the trigger pull or how the hammer drops, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I just think it's such a cool conversation piece. You know what I mean? Like a neat neat conversation starter, because people that don't know guns all that much, or even a lot of people that are maybe into guns, they would if they would see it, or you would tell people, I don't necessarily, I don't bring guns to work to show people my guns and shit, but I would tell them that I would buy something, and you'd say, "Oh yeah, I got, this is really cool. Check it out." And it was it's a neat conversation starter. Like, "Oh, why is it all swirly like that? Or why does it look like that? Why isn't it just black?" You're like, "Oh, it's an old school method.
Finish. That's the way they did it."
Yeah, it's just it's a neat conversation starter. Is it worth the extra couple $100 versus a Rock Island or something? You know what I mean? That's where it's, but I mean.
Right. If you want something that's a conversation starter, that certainly pops out of that pops some eyeballs.
For sure, yeah, and that's the way I was looking at it. There's a lot of nice 1911s out there, but to the average person, are they gonna are they gonna look at it and be like, "Oh, that's really nice," or it's like, "Yeah, that's just a gun." Whereas you look at something like this, if they see it or you talk about it, it's gonna get people asking questions for sure. They're like, "Wow, that's really crazy. Why is what the hell's going on with that?" That's why I'm so drawn to it. I think
Yeah,
but kind of like those meteorite guns that Ed Brown or Turnbull made a couple years ago.
The Cabot. Cabot.
Yeah,
Cabot did that.
Cabot did that. Yeah, Cabot Arms.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So. But once you do get it, it'll sound something like this.
I heard it, and then he goes drip, 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 right?
No.
I don't
have it disassembled.
Hit your gun with
be a
the blood of
bang.
your enemies, not your own blood.
See, that's a 1911.
And for me, it's and these are pretty pricey. They're selling for, they're pushing $1,000.
Yeah, that's the only thing that
it's a lot. I mean, it's definitely a lot. I mean, I was looking to spend $400 or $500, but it's one of those things. If I'm only going to be able to buy one gun a year or something, or even maybe every year and a half or something, and and I buy a $500 1911, am I going to be like, "God damn it, I should have spent another $400," and gotten something that I could look at years down the road and be like, have it as a conversation piece, or, if I ever want to display a pistol, man, if you wanted to display a pistol in your house in one of those shadow boxes or whatever, how cool would that be up on your wall,
Right.
Yeah, I say spend the extra money. If it's going to be like a one a year kind of thing, then yes, save a little extra, spend a little extra, get something nicer.
Yeah.
Only don't drop it or scratch it, otherwise you're going to be like, "Fuck."
Oh, for sure. I mean, I mean, it's just like everything else. You're careful, and if something happens, it happens. Like, you can't kick yourself over making a mistake, and scuffing something. But at the same time, yeah, I'd be careful with it.
Pants out in the chat says standard manufacturing case hardened 1911 looks nicer and doesn't have GI sights. Let me take a look at this.
And it's only $1,600.
No. Oh no! On STD Gun, it's $1,900.
Oh snap!
Yeah, that's like
no, that's the engraved. That's color case hardened and engraved.
Okay.
Just the color case hardened is $15.99.
So gee, depending on how high this patch batch goes, do you think I could borrow a little money for a 1911?
Well, you don't need to borrow money. Just need to borrow the Gun Channel's credit card after Ellis gets done with it.
Oh, snap.
With this kind of loot, why don't I just build a time machine? We just send it back to, I don't know, some point where they didn't need that 1911. Open up the door, grab one.
Just kind of pull a...
Like at the end of World War One. Like at the end of World War One, I'm sure that some of there was just a big pile of 1911s they didn't want anymore.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Back then, they were probably just shoveling them into the back of a truck with a snow shovel. They didn't need them anymore.
My grandpa told me that at the end of World War II, 1911s, new in the box, in the Cosmoline, is being produced to be sent overseas or to the Pacific, right? They were
$10.
$5.
$5. Jesus.
$5. He said Harley Davidsons like that, Jeeps, like he was doing stuff and seeing the military auctions, and yeah, he said that all that stuff, because think about it, it was all means it was all being produced. So as soon as they were done, there was stuff all in the line that had never seen light of day. It was all packed up and just sat there, and then the government owned it for a while, and then a lot of it they just said get rid of this stuff immediately.
Yeah.
Sell it for the price of the metal.
Yeah. Yeah, it's worth $5 scrap, and we've got a million of them. So, yeah, that's cool. So that's on the 1911 side. There's a couple things I'm looking that I really want to get next. You always have your top couple guns that you want. As far as 1911s go, I want to get a 1911. That's, I think, now at the top of my list. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd say in my personal opinion, it makes a little more sense to get that than the pinup girl one where it was just, a finish.
Sarah, right. And that's kind of how, it, how it came, to them was, I really thought that pinup thing was pretty cool. And I still do. I think it's pretty cool, but that's a lot of money for a Cerakote job, where, I mean, they're basically the same amount, and I think they're charging the same amount for either one. So to have one has the case hardening process done is pretty cool versus one that has a Cerakote job on it, That's a lot of money for something that's Cerakoted. You can not that they don't do a good job at it, but you can take an old banged up 1911 and have somebody Cerakote it, and it can be pretty damn close if you just want something cool like a toy. Whereas he can't just have somebody case harden something for you out of nowhere. Local 223 says grab a Remington R1 carry for $600. Yeah, I have a video on a Remington R1. That was a buddy of mine. That's a 10 millimeter. That was that was a really nice 1911.
Or you could just get like a Rock Island Armory and be done with it.
Well, that's what I'm gonna do. If I don't do something like this that I feel is kind of special or out of the ordinary, I'm just gonna do a Rock Island for sure. That's originally what I was gonna do.
I'm telling you, if the ATIs were still selling for like $299, I'd tell you to go get one of those. That's how much I paid for mine. But they've gone up to where like the cheapest you can find them is like $325, $350.
Yeah, my cousin has a Rock Island, and he loves it. He loves it. I don't know that I've really talked to anybody that has had anything bad to say about them. And it's not just that people say, oh, for the price, they're pretty good. People say, like, if you want a no frills 1911, it's like, it's kind of a no-brainer for that money. I don't know what they're going for now.
Granted, it's not made in the United States, but they're made in the style of what you would get if you got like, you know, a new GI model.
Yeah, but the Philippines, they learned to make them because
they had
them dumped all over the place. Right.
Yeah.
We had them dumped all over the place down there, so they're like, yeah, they pretty much just reverse engineered them, right? That's kind of how they
believe it or not, after World War II, you know, when they were their own country again, we did give them a lot of them 1911s, M1 Grands, carbines under the Lend-Lease plan.
Mm.
I've had 5 or 6 Rock Island 1911s. The only thing I can tell you is just be prepared to spend a little extra money on magazines because the magazine they send you is going to be crap. But then you put a good magazine in it and it'll run fine. So the gun itself is good. The magazine is crap.
I wasn't paying attention. Did Night Strike say that he was lending his 1911 out?
Yes.
No, that's not what I said.
Well, I think it was going to be a package deal between that and his Pig 320 with a 357 barrel.
No, I'm not lending that one at all, ever.
How about the 40 barrel and a hammer?
That's just normally if you drop it.
Just hammer it in there.
It's got the fix. A hammer won't work.
No, you drop the 40 in the barrel, you hit it hard enough.
No.
You end up with what Rupan has.
It has the fix, so it's not gonna have the problems that the earlier P320 had. So don't mess with it.
Rock Island is owned by an American living in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was I don't know an American guy owned it.
It's owned by Martin Towson.
Well,
isn't
it owned by the family that's owned it for a long, long time?
Yes. Yeah, the Towson family.
Oh, yeah, that's where the interview with ECM is.
So if I can't have any of that patch batch money, G, I'm going to need you to at least give Auto Ordnance a call and get me a good discount, okay?
I don't know what's the price of marshmallow fluff currently trading at.
Something in the $60-$75 percent range, you know, off. Be nice. What's going on out there in the chat? Anything interesting while I was bullshitting around on the other screen?
Sam of Anarchy says, get a Sig Nightmare 1911. Sam of Anarchy says again, Smith & Wesson makes great 1911s. Yesterday's Palmade said, if I was to sully my good reputation with a 1911 ownership, I'd probably get the Ruger in 10mm.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, a Ruger 1911 in any caliber is a pretty solid choice.
It is.
Yeah, I've got both of their 10mm, the Standard and the Night Watchman.
I mean, as long as the 1911 is in a respectable caliber, like 45 ACP or above, you're good. But if it's like a 9mm 1911, it's not a 1911. I'm sorry, just no.
Does anybody make?
You got a little something on your nose there.
Yeah.
Does anybody make a 1980 percenter?
An 80% 1911 lower?
Yeah.
Not that I can think of, but I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did.
Copyright it. I own copyright.
I mean,
yeah, they were around a couple years ago. That company out of California used to make them. I don't know if anybody else does though. Oh, you know what? There is, I think, American Weapons Company.com or something like that.
1911 80 percenters, and then suggest that you do it with a Dremel, and then I'll be a millionaire because people just keep buying them. They'll buy it, ruin it, buy it, ruin it, buy one, ruin it, buy one, ruin it.
You see, you do that for like a year, and then a year later you come out with like a super or your new super jig fixture to where all you have to do is just put it in, and it has guides for your Dremel. You need to use this special tool bit that's going to cost you $50 because it's what rides in the guide.
Hell no, I'm benchmating this. I'm taking those profits and paying for some Democrat to make a law against fixtures.
And if he says you're nuts, you just tell him that's what you do to guns all the time. They'll never see it coming.
Copyrighted 1980%.
Yeah.
What you need to do is get some politician to talk about gun channels as a haven for gun heathens, and then gun channels blows up, and then everybody that wants to join, then you charge them, and you.
What are you talking about, Unabomber? Gun channels can't blow it up.
Yeah, don't blow up gun channels.
Don't blow up gun channels.
And you spread the wealth.
Out.
19.
Has anybody seen Kursk or whatever, the Russian submarine movie yet?
Kursk.
Kursk.
Yeah. Called Crisp in Russian, I think. But anyway, nobody's seen it.
No, I am.
So whenever you do see it, there's going to be a scene in there that'll remind you of that part, where right when the explosion goes off, like, dope.
Yeah, G-Webs would know proper Russian pronunciation because
I spoiled
fought them off with AKs.
I spoiled it. There's an explosion in that submarine movie.
And I can spoil it for me. I remember back in the days when the History Channel had something other than Pawn Stars and American Pickers. I remember watching. I remember watching that like on Modern Marvels or Disaster.
Yeah.
You know, it was the same freaking show, but they just threw a new end card in front and behind it, and like maybe a couple new things of, the Curse disaster. Wait a minute, wasn't the Curse the one they tried to raise to try and get like all the secrets in that and didn't?
The movie is only about the dudes that were in it and like their time in it. It wasn't about afterwards, I don't think.
It wasn't like the political, like a political thriller afterwards of, we got to try and get this right away before the Russians can get to it or whatever.
What are you uploading to GunTube?
You think that you're looking at some sort of like, maybe like a real viscous honey in winter trying to flow on a completely level surface. But nope, this is the upload speed of guntube.org.
It's almost eating up the P on the MP4.
It's almost like watching a candle.
It's like watching molasses go uphill on a Sunday afternoon.
Not watching a candle sped up, but like slowed down to half speed.
Like a high speed of candle burning.
No, like the other way, like a
high speed photography.
Yeah, but watching it in slow motion, so it actually takes like 4 hours for the 10-minute candle to blow up.
I'm sorry, it could be faster.
If I'm remembering correctly, the different colors is like the lighter green is your like your 144p or your low res upload, and then the darker green is like your high or your.
No, it goes through several cycles where the first one will be probably the low res, the second one will be the 720, and if your video's in 1080, then it'll be the 1080.
Okay.
This is an indication if his mom has picked up the phone or not, and then this one is how much it's copied to the floppy disk.
So is that an 8-inch floppy, or have you moved up to the 5 1/4s?
Oh no, we're using 3.5s.
Which is the indication for.
No, it's.
Oh yeah, it's AOL.
Yeah, remember.
Ding, 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 ding.
AOL started gun websites.
You got mail.
Hey, I'm not making fun of AOL.
I'm
making fun of an X-Ray.
All those things. 4 splits. Thank you very much.
Nanner splits?
I think I went through 4 stock splits.
Oh.
That's how G-Webs was able to retire.
I can't wait. I can't retire. I can't wait till GunTube has stocks.
First, you start the company. Then you sell the stocks. Then you sell the money. Then you get the women.
You sell the money?
No, you don't sell the money. You keep the money.
No, you sell.
How much you charging for a $5 bill these days?
$5.
The women.
Oh shit! That's
how much for the women?
The little girls. Tell me your women.
The women. The women. How much for the girl?
No. Step 1, get money. Step 2, sell money. Step 3, profit.
Did this thing just go backwards?
Yeah, wasn't it? It was up past the 4 on the MP4 lowercase, and now it's not.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Refresh it.
Ain't refreshing. It's gonna start all over again. All in for that. You get paid by the upload or something.
Dial up.
Yeah, I get paid. Yeah.
You can't hit redial.
Paid. That's hilarious.
It says you're at
169. That bad boy.
You're $350 over. It's 3%. 3%er. You're a 3%er.
Yeah, maybe.
Woohoo!
So what do you think you're going to do with all these patches, Nate Strike? Have you thought about it at all?
Yeah, anyway. That's a good question.
I'll probably set up a mini store or something for GunTube and put them on GunTube. I might even do a monthly giveaway and give a patch away to the GunTube Patreons.
He said he was going to do a pop-up store in Tulsa. So he was going to bring like a little cardboard box and set it up there at Tulsa.
Oh, I thought he was going to go to like the Walmart and get a kiddie pool and just dump them all in and swim around like Scrooge McDuck. Dive right in.
If I can get to Tulsa.
He told me he's either going to do a pop-up store at Tulsa, and if he couldn't do that, then he was going to pretend like he threw them all away, and so that the value of them would increase, and then occasionally he'd leak one out on eBay under Night Strike 2, so we didn't know it was him.
Actually, this is the only one left. Until next week, then that'll be the only one left.
He's got like 14 other options, and they're all those patches. But every 2 weeks, there's another auction with that patch.
It wouldn't even be under the name Night Strike because I don't have the Night Strike on eBay. So there you go.
It'll be Strike Night.
No.
There's a guy called Strike Night selling Night Strike patches.
It'll be GunTube with a Y.
GunTubey. GunTubey.
GYUN.
Yine Tubi?
Yen.
It's
Yen. Yen.
YouTube.
YouTube.
This is just like what it was like in the live chat we did earlier, except we're going to watch the odometer roll over on the GunTube upload.
Oh boy. Yep, that's how it goes.
You got to figure out how to. You got to have a chat and figure out how to maximize your profits off of those patches. Night Strike. Use them wisely.
I know.
You know?
Oh, it's giving me a second upload. What the hell? What's all this about? I thought it was done. Can I leave the page, or do I have to stay here?
No, you don't have to stay there. You can exit it out. It goes automatically.
You'd like me to exit it out so no one had to watch the excruciating development of this low-ass creeper bar.
This is like watching paint dry only without a chance of getting high. This is bullshit.
I'm sorry, I can't afford to be like Gunstreamer, okay?
Oh, it was so fast on Gunstreamer.
Oh man, it is. It's fast.
Yeah, it's super fast.
It is so fast. I uploaded it before I even knew I made the movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Night Strike, does GunTube have auto upload yet?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's just that it's not like full auto.
It's fully semi-auto.
It's full semi-auto.
It's full semi. Well, you don't go full semi. It's just semi.
So do we have to get like a sear or a trigger pack to get it to go full semi?
As long as it's got a capacity less than 10, you're okay.
If by that you need to help GunTube out, yes.
Well, what if
helping GunTube? That's why you got the mobile app.
The mobile app isn't even done. So.
There, I gave Robbie another penny for you.
Thanks.
That's the closer's equivalent of a super chat.
Well, I may have to contact Midnight Range TM's sponsor. Was it White Trash Tactical?
Yep, White Trash Tactical. That's the guys.
Yeah, I might have to contact them to see if they might help out GunTube.
Mm-hmm. They ain't helping me out.
They've done wonders for this show.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hey, I'm pushing 500 subs. I'm doing okay.
I mean, he's wearing a decent shirt. He's wearing a decent hat this time. You know, they've done wonders for him. He looks like a respectable person now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I think I'm like 4 subs away from 100. So, yay.
Oh, I do. I should. Well, Gizzard knows. I finally got the motivation and the time to go get a PO box. So that's pretty cool.
Oh my god!
So I can do some. We could do some giveaway type stuff in the future here. If
Remember,
anything
boys
cool
and girls,
happens.
if you're sending any perishable items, please be sure to put them on top of your refrigerator for a week before sending to Midnight Range TM at PO Box 111375.
Did you get an actual PO, or did you get a mailbox at a private company?
No, it's at the post office. Yeah. What are the pluses and minuses of that? Like I didn't even really think about looking anywhere other than the post office because
everyone has to have a post office pretty much because of some post office laws or whatever. And I don't know, I imagine they're more available to people, but every other pro goes to the private enterprise, in my opinion. But what are you going to do? If that's what you got, you got. Sometimes price depends. I've heard people say that the post office is cheaper, but then I've also heard people say that they've got better deals privately. But you know, that could be anywhere. That's kind of a per market type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap. It was like $46. It was $46, I think, for 6 months.
Okay, so I think you can get definitely the same price for a private one. I'm guessing because that's usually what a private one. Because the thing is, when you get it, just like everywhere, you're talking size. So you can get the equivalent in a private one. The advantage of a private one is they're gonna be there. So number one, you can't send UPS, and you can't send certain things to a PO box. Like you can only send mail to a PO box. Is it FedEx and UPS? I don't know. One of them you can't send because they won't accept it. They're not really there. They're just the mail. So the private ones will accept pretty much anything. You could send them like a potted plant most of the time, and they'll just accept it and have it waiting for you. So it gets the customer service or just the ability for them to do stuff. And I haven't seen one of the private ones that isn't something else. They do other things. So you just have the benefit of the other services they might offer.
Actually, I'd just like to mention this.
The same price. They're the same price.
I'd just like to mention this. If you're sending something to someone who has a PO box, but you're sending it via flat rate priority mail, those boxes you can get, you can send those boxes to PO boxes.
You're talking like the $7 up to 70 pounds, whatever fits in the box thing.
Yes, those will go to. You can send those to a PO box.
Yeah, they said anything because I asked them. I was like, "Well, what?"
PO box. They're just going to give you a key, and then they have those lockers out front. Or if it's huge or something weird, then they're going to tell you to come up to the desk, and you got to go in during business hours. But that'll be the same with a private one. If you get something big, they'll have some kind of locker, and they'll just have a key in there. You open the thing, get your stuff, and you leave the key.
Now I couldn't. I'm only able to get into it during business hours. So
what?
I don't know if
they don't have it's not open. The lobbies are usually open all night.
Yeah,
I don't know. I asked them, and they said no.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
It could just be that particular post office because usually most
that's true.
Post offices have like the PO boxes, then the actual post office behind there.
I've only seen post offices like that in Vegas and the crime areas of Vegas where they lock them all up at night.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they just took one look at him and said, "Oh, that's a fry cook motherfucker." Yeah, no, we need to have somebody here. We don't want you putting any batter or cake or pineapples in our PO box.
Oh, but he loves pineapple.
But that is interesting. I thought most offices were open. Do you have an option for a regular kind, whatever the different? I personally like the local, whatever.
That's why I asked because I never really even thought about it. I never thought about it as an option. I just, somebody says post office box, and I just automatically was like, okay, post office. I never even thought to look at,
And that's good that it's a 6-month one, because you don't have to, you can experience it for 6 months, but then I would highly recommend go to a personal one. Because let's say you could do this too. You could say, hey, let me know when such and such, like Night Strike's socially sending me something. Can you give me a call when it shows up? Like mine will text me when stuff comes in, like a package or whatever. So like if you're expecting something and you're out running around, boom, you know when to go grab it. But you can, you have a human being that actually cares. So if you said like, hey, I'm expecting this thing from so-and-so, can you call me when that comes in so I can come get it? Or can you do this special thing? They'll almost always be like, yeah, no problem.
I kind of thought about that.
You could also potentially do something where you go, let's say you're going to address something to Patreons or something, and you don't have all the time in the world, so you drop them off there and you stamp them, and then you say, can you hold on to these for me, and I'll send you the addresses as I get them. So now you go take something down once a month, you address all your stuff, you pay for it, you ship it, except they're holding on to it for you. And then on the first Sunday, you send them an address and it gets sent off. This next Sunday, you send them an address and it gets shipped off. That's the kind of thing the post office will tell you get bent. They'll never consider anything like that. That's just not their thing. A local place, I mean, I doubt they'd even charge you more for something like that. They'd do it just so that you'd recommend them, I bet, to other people, because they're usually, like, say, small businesses trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
And then you got somebody on your side helping you out, doing your thing.
So, I mean, obviously that kind of place isn't going to be, they're not going to be called post office boxes because they're not the post office, but what would that call?
Mailboxes, independent mailboxes or private mailboxes.
Independent mail, private mail.
Like that.
Yeah. You'll get like your printing places will have them often, but also you'll find other office places will have them, and depending on if you're in the city, you'll find them in a lot of places. Anybody that has some square footage and a entrepreneurial mindset is going to be able to offer them. But small businesses that do packaging and shipping, U-Hauls. I used to do, when I was doing websites, I did kind of a website for a network of them. So I got to meet up with maybe 6 or 8 of them here in Tucson. They kind of had all different kinds of businesses. One of them sold I guess you call it like tourist stuff, knickknacks and crap for like people that are visiting Tucson. Right. And it was literally just like a gift shop, I guess, like we call like souvenir shop, except they happen to have some
trinkets and baubles.
Huh?
Kind of like trinkets and baubles.
Yeah, exactly. But Arizona stuff, like themed for people that are visiting. And like I say, they just had some extra space and they were there, so they offered that service also for the people that lived around there. And well, there's lots of reasons people get them for so you don't have to have like a magazine delivered to your house or have packages waiting out front. So you can get stuff that the kids don't see or something like that, or running businesses, or like what you're doing, so that you can make sure that you get it. Like, I don't know, you get basically signature confirmation for everything that comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, never even thought of that.
Oh, and then George is saying you can't carry at the post office, and that's an awesome point. You can carry right up and down, going to business in your local store, not at the federally mandated you can't carry in this zone.
Mm-hmm. As long as they don't have a sign saying you can't carry.
And even then, it's like petty it's a misdemeanor if you refuse to leave after they ask you. It's not, what is it, 10 years?
Just
drop it at the post office or the independent one?
Independent. If they have a sign at the independent one saying you can't carry, then
Okay, so you get your mail and you leave.
Just drop it.
Never gonna know anyway.
Drop it in a little mail slot. Then you're technically not carrying. Just address it to yourself.
I mean, mine doesn't because they just don't. But
you have to write fragile on yours. Nice strike.
Fragile.
So they don't drop it.
You put a return address on there and no stamp. So as you walk into the store, you drop it in the mail slot. You go over, you do whatever business you got to do, and as you're checking your mail on the way out, they'll have that gun. They've got forwarded back to you because it had no postage on it, and it went to the return address. Just walk right out.
Like, hey, man, you forgot to put a stamp on this. Oh, shit.
Oh, no problem. Let me just take back possession of that, and I'll be on my way, and I will not technically have it in your store at all.
Thank you. But now with some of the laws that are out there, is that technically? I mean,
You talking
you
the
like-
post office itself?
With universal background checks, would you be able to, like today, if you wanted to go hunting in Maine, you could put your gun into a package, put it in the mail, send it to the hotel or whatever you're going to go stay at, travel to Maine, and then pick it up at the place, do your hunting, put it back in a package, send it to your house, travel again through New York, is I guess what I should have said, drive through New York without having to worry about nothing, and then go back home. No transfers needed because you never transferred possession of that to anyone else. You sent it to yourself, you used it lawfully, and you sent it back home to yourself. With universal background checks, can you do that anymore?
I mean, the post office, you can send long guns in the post office too.
I haven't seen anything in there that says you can't do that, I guess, but I'm sure they'd have a fit about that somehow.
They probably would.
And Tim 18 Wheels out in the chat says, Midnight Range TM, it depends on the state. Some states call it a felony to enter a business with no gun signs. Night Gizzard.
Night.
Gizzard, you wanna plug anything? You got anything you wanna cluck about?
Oh, we cluck about Foul Territory Friday nights, 9 p.m., 8 o'clock Central. Also, early bird chat Sunday mornings whenever I get up and around to do it. GizzardGary.com, and thanks for the invite.
Looks like Gary posted a patch video 6 hours ago. 6 hours later, it funds at $10,000. Coincidence?
I don't play, man.
Coincidence? Probably.
We promoted it, and a week later, we got $10,350.
We were promoting the whole show tonight. We were promoting that thing.
Yeah, it was almost like an early daily gun show with the amount of dead air.
Mm-hmm. I allowed my viewers to go over.
I copyright awkward dead air silence in chat, so
all right, here. I'll give the 3 cents to Robbie. He'll give them to you in Tulsa.
There you go.
Tulsa? I got $10,000. I ain't wasting my time in Tulsa.
Robbie got
Thank
super happy dance.
I hope I get to Tulsa.
I'm gonna take all the extra skimmings off of that 10 grand and get like a big fancy hotel room and then set up like a IP webcam going to like show the one unmade bed in Tulsa, and I'll put like a ticket from South Carolina to Tulsa on the bed, and then have that run live on gun channels, or I'll have it live on GunTube just to piss them off.
I think I can hear the steam boiling.
No steam.
He's mad, but he's getting 100 free patches, so he can only be so mad because then it'll melt his patches.
There's no anger because he wouldn't spend the money on that.
Hell yeah, you can turn 100 patches into a nice chunk of change, man.
When you don't pay for them, start talking.
That's what I mean.
And if you don't care because you got a bunch of them, then you can send them in a plain old envelope for like 2 stamps if you want to be safe. But you could probably, well, I would not send them with 1 stamp. There are post offices that'll send them back just out of principle. Like if they feel anything in there, even if it's 100% legit in the little size weight, they'll send it back just to be jerks. Matt's post office is an excellent example of that. I literally have like 6 things returned from sending them never enough ammo because his post offices are jerks. So you got to put 2 stamps on there, but that's, what is it? Cost of $1 now? How much are stamps?
I don't know. I just know that they said that they were going back up in price again.
Yeah,
they kept discontinuing the forever stamps because it kept going up.
What I'm thinking of doing also is, depending on cost and if they want me to, I can either facilitate sending patches or send them, like I'll just buy, I need to buy envelopes anyway, right, to be able to send these things out. I might be able to buy like in real bulk and then not only send everybody patches, but like some shipping supplies that are super cheap or free basically. So, so that might be some of the way we can spend if there's like a in-between amount of money between the next level of patches and, extra money coming in or something. But if Night Strike had 100 patches, just to put rough numbers on it, and he could send them for like, let's say $2 realistically, for $2, and he sells them for 12, then that's $1,000 right there.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's not going to sell them overnight. Let's not be crazy. He's not going to get like $1,000 check in the mail. But at least he's got that, and he can put that on his Patreon, and that can entice somebody who wants to just be a patch collector or something. I don't know. If he goes to an event like NRA, it gives him a chance to put that on some patch panels. That's got some super value. So anyway, yeah, I think he's, and if he did it as a fundraising thing, that would be $2,000. So we sold them for $22, 22 for the caliber he likes so much.
Well, I do like 22, 45 more.
If you sold them for $100, you make $100,000. It seems like a bunch of that, but what he's gonna do? What he's gonna do?
That might happen. That might happen, but I don't think so.
But honestly, though, if you stuck somewhere and said the only way you can get your hands on these was either from the patch batch, so that's 200 people that own them, and to create value, don't sit on them, but literally put them up for sale for $100, so the people that seriously want to invest in GunTube could do so. Imagine what you could do with $100,000. And you think I'm kidding? Don't look so small. There's 30 million gun owners in this country. You just got into a project with 12 other projects out there. Put them up there for $100 a piece. That's 100,000. What is it? Am I crazy, or is that? No, it's not 100,000. It's $10,000, right? 100 times 100.
Doesn't it seem kind of petty doing that, though?
Doesn't it seem petty to make money for what I'm trying to put effort into and build? No, it doesn't seem petty to be a capitalist. What the hell? You could give things away for nothing, and guess what'll happen? You'll have nothing. You put them up there for $100, and that's $10,000. Not everybody is obligated to buy them, but if they want to put investment into, financial investment into a platform that they feel is valid, then how the hell are you supposed to do it on $5 at a time if you don't get enough momentum from dozens and dozens and dozens and hundreds of people?
Right.
I don't know. It's an option. We've got lots of ways we can think about it. Once we start getting closer to first we got to figure out what it ends at. But once we get the end and we get closer to seeing what the designs and stuff look like, you've got some potential. You could do, I don't want to start getting into too crazy because I don't know where the money's going to be, but in theory, let's say you do a portion of them in a different color. So out of the 100, a portion of them go out as all gold. You can't do them in gold, but just all blue, right? A different one, and put those up for $100. And the only way to get those is that you invested this much money into GunTube. That's valid, dude. I mean, that's called
No, you're right. You're right.
How you get investors is you create something that they can use to add finances incrementally to the goal.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's certainly something to think about. We'll have to talk more about that when we're ready to talk about that.
Or you could hand them out at like NRA or something. Like I say, there's certainly potential to have them on patch panels and things.
Yeah, if I can get the NRA, definitely. I don't know how I'm gonna get into NRA without an NRA membership.
You don't have to be there.
Membership, Sony.
You don't have to be there to give away patches. You could send them to somebody who's going and have them just give them orders to give these away to anybody.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You could put a bounty every time you see one of those GunTube patches on Instagram. You're going to send the person $5 on PayPal.
Or maybe I'll ask roll call who's standing out there in front of the building to hand them out to people going in.
Out there yelling at everybody.
Everybody takes them directly to like the food court, and they're like, "Here," and they're like,
"Except they're showing them the door."
They're like, "Food voucher," and they just throw it away.
There's the door, buddy.
How was this?
Right. So, they got to be able to get in and out. You just got to show them where the door is.
There's the door, buddy. Thanks.
I thought you were leaving, Sarge.
I was trying, but nobody would let me do my closing plug. He completely skipped over me.
Go ahead.
Oh, you got. No, why do you got to do a plug? Why can't you just leave?
Oh, bye.
Why? Midnight, you should be old enough to know better than to piss off the cops. That is like the worst thing you can do.
Don't piss
them off. Walk up to your wife's dad before you met her and say, "Yeah, I'm going to knock her up."
Yeah, fine, man.
Hey, Clover, we have room now.
Mustache got all crinkly. Y'all know where Sarge lives. So he lives on the YouTubes and the gun channels and the gun streamers.
I just hope he doesn't have any buddies in your neck of the woods that can detain you. That's all I'm going to say.
I wish somebody fucking detained me. I need a goddamn vacation.
Hey, what happened here?
Lock me up.
All these uploads. Do I have to start all over again now?
No, it's processing.
How long does this take now?
I don't know.
That's not the right answer when you run the site.
No. It says it's up there. Look at the front page. It says it's up there.
This fuzzy thing here?
Well, refresh. Yeah, you're gonna have to control F5. But there it is.
Oh, there we go.
Control F5. I thought it was just F5.
Well,
Control
it's hard
F5
to see.
is a forced refresh. F5 will refresh maybe like kind of some stuff, but a forced refresh pulls it.
A forced refresh will load changes.
Actually, yeah, it'll pull from caches, right? It'll just F5 will pull from all the caches. A forced refresh will pull from sources. That's the way I think of it. So when you go to some website, like any website, it's actually a bunch of little puzzle pieces, and the internet throws those puzzle pieces all around because they don't care. They know where all the puzzle pieces are because it's the internet, Skynet. So when you go to a website, you might be getting puzzle pieces from like 6 different directions. They just assemble it for you on your machine. But if the source of all those pieces changes, you might not see that change immediately, and that's what we're talking about with the refresh. You can force it to go to the source and grab the actual current data, or you can just say, hey, give me whatever's available, and it'll just go out to those various sources and assemble a version of the web page in front of you.
So it's kind of like video compression, where F5 will just kind of, it'll leave everything that didn't change and might grab a couple things that changed, whereas Control F5 just gives you a whole new frame. I killed the chat. Yay.
Yeah.
Chatting out here.
Murderer.
Killed it.
Fine.
Murder, death, kill.
I'll put a penny in the murder jar. There.
Is Clover jumping in, or is he not jumping in?
Oh, Robbie dancing again.
I changed out Night Strike's card for Clover Tax's card on Robbie. He's got to jump in.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
free advertising.
You changed the gun tube card. Put it back.
No, you're in the rotation. That's what I do every couple minutes because no one wanted to do the A37. Wanted to do the whole secret gold thing. So I figured since we already got the patch batch sorted out, Robbie didn't need to be holding on to that. So there, we got our little tap dancing, coin eating billboard right there, right next to Mr. Knives and Bullet T Justice.
Bullet T Justice.
The original Bullet T Justice.
Original.
Sarge didn't come back.
I told you. Why?
Can you blame him?
He knows when he's been insulted.
I would.
You are not his people.
Hey, Numbnuts, when is Sarge's show this week? You can plug for him. Obnoxious, Dumpster Fire, Trainwreck, Shitface, whatever.
Flaming turd.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a flaming turlet.
Flaming turlet.
Well, it's a bunch of flaming turds.
Wait, hold on. I didn't realize that Ellis was bisexual because it's a flaming outhouse.
Oh my gosh. So instead of just sitting there chewing on your own beard, why don't you give a plug for Sarge since he had to go?
Don't you worry about whether I'm chewing on my own beard or not. Son of a bitch.
Hey, it is every alienable, God-given right to chew on his own beard. Whatever happens between two consenting adults in the privacy of their own home is left to YouTube.
That's right. That's right. Check the video out. I will release that video tomorrow. Sarge this week will be Saturday night at 11 p.m. Eastern.
Right, good time.
Yep. Mine will be Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
He also has some video dropping tomorrow morning. He said for the earphones, the Pro for Show, Pro for Show earphones. So check that out on the C4 Defense channel. I'll see you at the range. There you go.
Shall not be infringed.
Shall not be check.
No fringes is
over now.
Night Strike doesn't even like cut off. Night Strike doesn't even wear cut off jeans because they got fringes on. He gets so pissed off. No fringes.
No, I can't handle that.
So angry.
Well, it's not that he hates fringes so much. It's just that the little threads kind of tickle his calves. It reminds him too much of those culottes.
How short are his legs if he's got cut off jeans that are tickling his calves? He's got little tiny legs.
I thought you said cut off shorts.
Well, you know,
how can they be jeans if they're cut off?
When I get injured like Deadpool, they have to grow back as baby legs into regular legs.
Hashtag Porky Pagans.
You know, that's my mutant power.
Porky Pagans. Pink Panther said, it's not called chewing your own beard. It's called nibbling the crumbs that fell out of your sandwich. Oh, speaking of sandwiches, I might have gotten never enough ammo turned on to using mayo instead of butter for making his grilled cheese.
Oh yeah, how the hell did you bring that up?
No, he on his Sunday night chat, I forget what he calls it. He was talking about was it that ice cream cake he made for his daughter? I don't know. He got turned on to food, and I just told him, hey, instead of using butter on your grilled cheese, use someone asked him, which do you prefer, mayonnaise or Miracle Whip? Told him just put that on the outside. It gets super crispy, and it doesn't burn quite as readily. And he said, well, I haven't tried that. I might. He says he'll put it on the inside of his sandwich because once the melted cheese hits it, it makes it like more creamy.
Yeah, mayo inside grilled cheese is actually really good. A little bit of mayo.
Yeah, I tried it on a chicken sandwich, on the outside of a chicken and pepper jack sandwich.
They could remove mayonnaise from existence, and I think the world would be a better place. I'll be better off.
I don't think so.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I prefer Miracle Whip on just as a sandwich condiment, but no, using it as butter, it's pretty nice.
There's only probably like a couple of things I even like that have it in there. Like I don't like it.
Hey, remember that time? Cheryl Todd said a hot dog was a sandwich?
Whatever. So I can tell because I was looking posted a hot dog today. Somebody posted something that had nothing to do with nothing. And then this guy's like, oh, a hot dog or whatever. And then he's like, oh, a hot dog sandwich, right? Oh, it was Tony. Tony posted. And I don't think you know what an open face hot dog sandwich is. That's where I think it all comes down to is you don't know what an open-faced hot dog sandwich is. What do you describe an open-faced hot dog sandwich?
I guess.
So there's open-faced sandwiches, which
maybe a hot dog. Maybe a hot dog in itself is an open-faced sandwich.
Let's take it in steps. What is an open-faced sandwich? Like
a sandwich where the meat is on top of the bread.
Yeah, there's only one slice of bread, and you just put the stuff on top of it like some sort of weird white person tortilla. It's like not
white
the most white trash tortilla ever.
Tortilla.
Right? So then an open-faced hot dog sandwich is where you take one piece of bread, and then the critical part here is you take a effing hot dog and you cut it long ways in half.
Why do you have to cut it?
Because that's what an open-faced hot dog sandwich is, dude. That's what I'm saying. You don't understand what we're having two different discussions here. An open-faced hot dog sandwich is this gross, like 1930s food that like grandmas would eat at like a deli, and it's disgusting.
Oh, now this guy's talking bad about grandma food. You hear this?
Hey, well, we've been kind of hard on grandmas the entire chat. We told Ozark that he needed to put a stake through his grandma's head because she was clearly a zombie and voting Democrat.
I don't know about all that, but I'm just saying it's
true.
This is a nice looking hot dogs, open-faced hot dog sandwich. So my experience with open-faced hot dog sandwiches are you take a piece of bread that's not even toasted or nothing, you cut a hot dog like this gross way, and then you lay it there and you put hot ketchup on it. And then people would eat that with a knife and fork. I'm not even kidding. That's a menu item. An open-faced hot dog sandwich. People are going to go around telling me that this is a sandwich? Hell no. This is disgusting. This is ruining food for the sake of like the nutrition or whatever they did. This is gross.
It's like those Germans who eat their hamburgers with a knife and a fork instead of just picking the sandwich up and eating the damn thing.
Yes, exactly. So this is what an open-faced hot dog sandwich is, and then there's a hot dog, and that's why I say a hot dog is not a sandwich, because this is what a hot dog sandwich is, and then there's a hot dog, which is when you eat a hot dog normally. Like, hey, I want to eat a piece of sausage with a bun and eat it like a normal person.
Those potato wedges look good.
Potato wedges are always good.
They do look pretty good.
I tried to find an unappetizing picture, but you guys like the mayonnaise, and yeah, I couldn't. The other pictures actually.
Mayo underneath? I thought it was cheese.
No, I think that's cheese.
Well, it says veggie hot dog, karma
that's what
free cooking.
But all these other ones actually look more appealing. Like that almost looks like you'd almost want to eat it because they got goop on it or whatever. And it's a sausage. That's an Italian sausage.
Well, yeah, I do the same thing with.
I had no idea the goop was the deciding factor.
Well, I'm just saying, I was trying to find out what an actual. Back in the day when I was a kid, I was sitting down one time and they're like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "I don't know, a hot dog." And they brought that out. I'm like, "What the fuck is this? Like, this ain't a hot dog. This shouldn't exist. Like, what the hell is this?" And then they like, "Eat with a knife and a fork." I'm like, "No." So this is what I'm doing.
No, kiss my ass.
Just put the hot dog back up and wrap the bread around it. And there you go.
Whoa. Eat it with the knife and fork. I'm like, what are we, Europe?
Raw white bread. It's raw white bread. There's no possible way to put this back into a hot dog. It's like deliberately ruined. And they cook it like this. When you cook it like this, he'll tell you it plumps up in the middle. You've never eaten a hot dog like this, I can tell, because you're not disgusted by it. This part plumps up. You can't put it back together. It's like too low.
Oh yeah, the skin kind of like shrinks and contracts, and it pushes, or the tension pulls the
it's gross.
Meaty innards outside.
They probably wouldn't even give you a second piece of bread because if they got that on the menu, they hate you.
Communists, goddamn commies.
It plumps in the middle.
Just it.
Well, you see, to fix that, you rub a little pineapple on it, then it dissolves, and it just goes back to being flat.
There you go. Hawaiian hot dog open face sandwich.
Okay. Some what is that? And some vegetable and fruit juice.
Some what now?
What?
Citric fruit juice.
Citric acid.
Citric acid, yeah.
Pants. The pants is the one that got you to 10. The pants is the one that got your campaign done. He said it's a sandwich, so I mean that means something.
Mm-hmm.
So I just rested my case right there. There's a hot dog sandwich, which does exist, but a hot dog is not a hot dog sandwich. So you guys are trying to petition that the hot dog, which we're all talking about, a bun and a hot dog, is somehow a sandwich. It ain't. There's fact right there. Hot dog, open-faced hot dog sandwich is a hot dog sandwich, and it's totally different.
What if it's got Slim Jims? Is it then a candy bar sandwich?
Have you ever considered taking a Slim Jim, opening it up, and slicing it long ways, cooking that, and then putting it on a cooked piece of bread and eating it with a knife and fork?
It would be an open-faced candy bar sandwich.
Exactly.
Toasted candy bar sandwich.
Are we going to talk about the Fruit Loop donuts, or no one's going to talk about it?
I'm trying to. So was it Fruit Loops like sprinkled on top, or were they?
No, it was like Fruit Loops flavor.
Have you ever ate like a Hostess mini donut with chocolate on it?
It's been a couple of years.
Actually, it's not, because those are completely encased in chocolate. It would be like eating some sort of tiny donut where they only put frosting on the one side. Well, you saw the pictures, right? So when you go to eat it, you're thinking this is going to taste like blue or red or something. Right? It's going to taste like some flavor. They don't. They taste exactly the same. They all taste exactly like Fruit Loop cereal. Like if you were chewing Fruit Loop cereal, that's what they taste like.
So it's basically sweet with some undetermined fruit flavor.
Right.
No, it's like
yeah, undetermined fruit flavor that Fruit Loops taste like.
Yeah, I was eating them. I'm like, why doesn't this taste? Why do these taste? And then I'm like, oh, that's Fruit Loops. Like, there's no denying. Like you accept that it's weird because there's no milk in your mouth. It'd be like eating a bunch of Fruit Loops dry, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're more they're like cake. So it's in the frosting doesn't exist. I don't know. It's not even there. Like
there's no taste.
Like a light glaze.
It's just there for looks. Like you almost don't even know it's there because the whole thing just tastes sort of like a big piece of sponge cake or something.
So it's kind of like the what the hell was it Duncan Hines had a couple years ago? I think it was called like Funfetti cake, where it was basically like a white, like your regular yellow cake mix, but then it had like little coloring chunklets in it that was supposed to be like, I don't know, fun looking when you cut it open.
I thought you just put rice, or what is it?
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles in there. Yeah.
Yeah. I know they had the matching frosting because it was like your regular like white or buttercream frosting, but then like the lid on top of it was domed and it had like the little sprinkles on it. And you like opened up, you tore the foil off the frosting, you flipped over the lid, you punctured a hole in the foil on that and kind of sprinkled it over once you were done frosting it. I know I brought up the horrid thing that it may be called sprinkles.
So I just set G's video as the featured video on GunTube now. So funded. So yeah. I just like to let everyone know that's the featured video this week.
So now our Night Strike and me and everybody else in the project, our challenge is to try to make it as successful a project as possible. So if we can get a giant successful project on Indiegogo that's just all Pro 2 gun or Pro 2A, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, it's already successful, so it'll be there as a funded campaign. But they have like, what do they call them? I forget what they call it, like top sellers or like most viewed. They have these like different ways that they filter successful campaigns, and people, I don't know, browse through that. But at least we can give ourselves another challenge here. I mean, we did all this in 10 days, 14 days. We raised $10,000 in 14 days. So with that momentum, I haven't even done some of my tricks. So I've had a couple of tricks in my 30 campaigns. I got a couple to do. It's usually, I would think, better once it's already funded, right? So everybody knows they're definitely getting them, kind of thing.
What's the biggest fundraiser that was ever on Indiegogo? It's got to be.
I just saw something about that. Somebody put on your camera that was the biggest camera one, but yeah, I don't know what the biggest one.
That Kronos, or was that a Kickstarter? I know.
A movie, probably something like that.
No, I know. What was it? Was it Kittens and Dynamite or something? Was the most funded thing on Kickstarter ever? It's like a movie. No, it's a card game where you go around and you try to either defuse or avoid getting an exploding kitten.
What?
Really? So
it's a pretty fun card game.
So it says Kickstarter had 22,000 projects, raising a total of $500 million, up $480 million raised in 2013. Indiegogo enjoyed 1,000% increase in funds raised over the past two. Sorry, didn't seem any fucking information at all. One of the all-time biggest wins on Indiegogo. Oh shit! I already see 2.5 billion. This is off of NBC, so it's probably fake news. Indiegogo has raised more than $1 billion since 2008 across 690,000 campaigns, with 11 million contributions, more than 175,000 campaigns last year alone. This is from 16, so this is old news.
Yeah, but it's if you go by the numbers, like I think the highest one on that list is like what, 13 million?
Oh, here we go.
Still a lot of money.
Crowdfunding projects. I found it on the Wikipedia. So over 10 million, there have been a bunch, and then 5 to 10. So these are the top ones. Over 10, it looks like the top one is EOS, a blockchain operating system designed to support commercial decentralized applications.
What the hell does that mean?
BitTorrent.
A blockchain operating system designed to support commercial decentralized. I don't know.
Oh so, no, that'd probably be cryptocurrency. So get your mining rigs ready, boys.
So what is this? $4 billion? $4 billion? $4 billion.
100,000 million. Yeah, 4 billion.
So then we got Filecoin was the next one. It says the category is blockchain. So, and then what does it say? The platform is called Ethereum. So it's some fake thing where Matt Damon protects it with an AK-47 with some kind of weird EOTech on top.
Yeah.
Then you got Tezos. These are all fake. So let's go to Kickstarter with something called Star Citizen video game for
I have that.
$200 million. Amount raised. They wanted 2 million. They got 200 million. So we wanted 10 million. So we should get 10 billion. If I did my math right.
Something like that.
If we can.
Then you got a bunch of Ilrephiliums. Got some independent, which is fake. Look at all these other. We should have gone to Ithilrephilium.
So I'm assuming the ones that are red are ones that didn't. So what's the difference between the ones that are red, green, and the ones that are just blank? Is it like didn't meet its goal, or let's go from the red one. So they wanted 1.6.
That can't make sense because these are supposed to be funded, right?
Unless it was one of those things where it was, oh yeah, this person raised.
They raised the money via cryptocurrency.
Well, no, I was going to say they raised the money, but then kind of like disappeared. You know, like, oh, later suckers.
Including projects which failed to achieve funding. So that must be
the red ones maybe didn't make it.
Funding. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, so I guess if they needed $1 billion, like you're saying, and they only got 900 million, they were a large project, but they didn't achieve funding.
Yeah. DOA.
So let's see. We're going through all these Ilrephiliums, and then you get to
Polybius.
WordPress independent. Glowforge, the human hair to cut, engrave, and shape designs. So that was weird. That went on WordPress, independent.
Yep. So
making a beam of light the width of a human hair to make engraver and cutter, I guess. $27 million by themselves. Another one from Kickstarter is called Pebble Time, a smartwatch.
Oh yeah, I've got. Oh wait, yeah, I've got one of those. No, wait, I just got the Pebble Watch, which they've actually closed up shop last year, and I think they stopped supporting it a couple months ago.
Look at this one. The biggest one on GoFundMe was $18 million. They were looking for $1 billion, and they wanted to construct the border wall on the U.S.-Mexico border. So they raised $18 million.
Well, that's now, right? That's still going on?
It's gray, so it may be because it's not funded, right? The project raised over $9 million in 3 days of its launch. That's how many people fucking walk.
This is the one where GoFundMe said, nope, you can't do this no more, and they're going to put the money in the bank account or some shit until the kids pay.
Oh, that could be. They don't want that kind of shit happening on their platform, maybe. Can you imagine? Like, they're like, oh, okay, maybe we'll deal with $1 million, or maybe we'll deal with, hundreds of thousands, and then it's like
actually
million. Like, good luck trying to find funding for that.
They're at $20,612,700.
Oh, that one's still going. There was something that was going towards funding the wall, and then whatever platform they were on told them, nope, can't do that.
So here's another Kickstarter, Coolest Cooler, a big ass cooler with a rechargeable blender and a Bluetooth speaker. That was one of the biggest ones at 13
million. You have to have a finishing time for one of these fundraisers, right? It
Correct.
Can't be
GoFundMe will allow you to do it on a continuing basis, and Patreon lets you do it on a continuing basis. But Indiegogo and Kickstarter, have a finite. I think it's 40 days on both of them. Like, it can't be longer than 40 days.
Okay.
I think maybe it's 60, but I think they started chopping the end off because it doesn't do anybody any good to have really, really long ones, because then you might as well go to a different platform. So then the biggest one on Indiegogo, I think, is this one. I guess I could have sorted them by frickin' platform, damn it.
So what happens if you give to a
campaign? If you pledge and then you just take all the money, you never actually pay the money? That's what you're planning on doing to the patch?
Yeah.
That's
I didn't even give you a real
put in $50, but then I wanted to not put in the $50.
What if you pledge, like, what if their goal is $1 million? They get $1 million, and then they never do the project.
Nothing. There's says all over the place, like something in there, like it's not the platform's fault, right? And I don't think is there anything binding. There might be between the individual to the whoever started the whole thing. Like they might be in trouble for being a fraud, but I don't think the platforms are ever at risk.
They'll get in trouble for fraud, and that platform will give the police whatever necessary information so that they can go and arrest them and
But I guess
litigate them.
money is also
it's
gone.
happened with
did nothing. There's nobody to refund the money, so the money just is gone, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's happened with video game developers or hardware developers quite often. Who's that guy on YouTube? Was it like Larry Jr. or something like that, who always has the top 5 list of people who or stuff that was funded, and then people just kind of disappeared or took the money and run. Go on.
It's been board games and video games and smartwatches, and I guess a couple of pieces of hardware.
Food.
Oh, here's a food. Flowhive, a new type of domesticated beehive with a valve where the beekeeper can extract honey from the hive without disturbing the bees.
That's cool.
I think I saw an article in Make Magazine about that.
13 million. They were looking for 70,000. Went to 13 million.
God damn.
So yeah.
So so why is that in red though?
Well, because they
only
went to 32 million, and they only got 12 million. So even though it was a big project, they didn't actually reach the 32.
I thought that was the wrong one. I thought that was the other one. So you get $13 million and you needed 70. So you just pocket that money?
No, hell no, because that means that many more people were involved. In some cases, you're screwed. Like, let's say that we're gonna make. Let's go up here a little ways because this will be more realistic. Let's say we make $35 million on this campaign, which I suspect that's what we're going to make on Wednesday. So we're going to make $35 million. When I go to the places where I make patches and I go, hey, no big deal. I just need 1 million of these 12 designs. They're going to tell me to go below because they can not make 1 million of them, unless we're talking for the next 4 years on some kind of contract, right? So that's where a project can get way too big. Like if you're a guy who's like, oh, okay, I figured out some thing and I can get these gears from my shop down the street, and this guy makes the aluminum, and I can probably get 50 of these, so I can do my project for 20, or something, and then you end up selling 300 of them. It's like where you source all this stuff. Like sometimes you just get large scale.
But with that honey thing, they needed $70,000 to set up.
Well, they had to make that thing, right? So like, okay, so they thought they were going to go to facility down the street who they made arrangements. And they said, if I need to buy 100, that's the minimum order. Or if I can you can do up to 100,000. So I don't have to worry about it. Okay, let's work with you because you got a good price range between 100 and however many we might need. Well, then all of a sudden they need 1 million. That guy's like, I can't stop everything else I'm doing and tell all my customers to go below because you're paying me the same amount of time for my machines as everybody else. So this guy's got it in his system that if you're paying $40 for the beehive and it's going to cost him $35 worth of machine time and he's going to make his $5, he doesn't have the choice to go to that guy and say, well, I'll give you $70 for the machine time because I need you to do this. He can only buy machine time from people who are willing to sell it to him. So as a project gets in scale, there are things that are out of the control of a manufacturer, especially if you have to source anything from other people. If it's like a creative thing like a movie, well, yeah, you just throw all the money at the movie or whatever, but certain things can't get too big. Like they'll have a parameter and then it's like, we can't do this anymore. We can do the first 100,000 and that's going to strain all our resources and all our suppliers, and then it'll be another 8 months before they can replenish and give us more to do the rest of the project. And people
or they'll put like an extension and go, hey, we thought we could source this from here, but since we got such a big review, we can actually purchase our own machines and make them purchase machinery and then start making these for the same price or slightly more than what everyone was quoting us for, cutting the plywood, getting the valving, getting all the plastic sheeting in that. I think, that's kind of how Pebble started out with their smartwatches. It was, Night Rich, got anything you want to plug before you leave?
Let's see. I got my show next week, a couple hours before this show.
There you go.
Got over on Unloaded Media channel, on YouTube, and Gun channels.
Right on. Thanks for posting over there.
Yep, no problem. Thanks for getting my chat thing fixed.
No worries. That's Night Strike's responsibility, but I was happy to cover for him, laying down on the job.
Yep. No, catch you guys later.
Take it easy.
Later, Rich.
Yeah,
Thank you, G. I appreciate that.
Hey, no worries.
He was instead of counting sheep, he was counting all those patches he was going to be getting.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that I could sell for $100 a piece.
He's sourcing a giant piece of the loop part of Velcro because he's going to put all those 100 together and lay under it like a sheet.
Yeah.
Make a quilt.
I'll do a video of me doing the Scrooge McDuck.
I was looking at it.
This isn't like a liquid. It's like mini solid.
I was looking at it more in the instance where it was something like a movie or something that you weren't actually producing items. You know what I mean? Like if you got way overfunded,
look what the movies do. They end up going way into the cool production level that they never thought they could, or some of them that one hired real actors instead of just doing it themselves. I guess sometimes they just make money, and they're allowed to make just money.
Yeah, the one movie we all know that there's different levels of, you give us $1, we'll say thank you, or we'll send you an email saying thanks. $5, you get the digital only copy of the movie. And then from there, every $50 or $100, you get a copy of a script, or you get a signed copy of the Blu-ray, or so on and so forth. So yeah, for most of these things, it's not just give us money, we'll make the movie. There's always going to be little extras or little trinkets that they're going to give out to people, and usually they'll cap. They'll cap each level of at the $100 level you get this, this, and this, plus the digital copy, plus whatever was before it, and they've got it figured out to we can get X number of this, so we're going to cap this level at say 100 people. And then each one of those before it, with the exception of the ones where all we have to do is, send them a download code or say thank you, we're going to cap each one of those at a certain amount.
Yep.
And then they'll get to their stretch goals of, we got $500,000, so we're going to have a 5.1 mix. Or, we got 100,000 over that, we're going to get the costuming from Boardwalk Empire or something or like that.
All right.
I know I ramble.
No, that's fine.
It's good.
I'm winding down, so we're gonna close it up here.
Who was the wound up sumbitch of the week?
Didn't have one this week.
What?
You didn't watch Ransom Raves?
Wait, did I miss something?
No, I'm just asking. Did you watch it?
I thought I did.
If we didn't get it, then I guess, just give it to somebody random. I guess. Who was doing
Robbie deserves
it? Who did the biggest rant this week?
I don't know. I didn't really see anything. Everybody was pretty calm and collected this week.
Yeah, Yankee did his whole I don't want to talk about anything bad on his what was it, Thursday night thing. So
Yankee was laid back. Matt was pretty easy going. I don't know. So yeah, I didn't have anybody send anything in. I didn't have any emails with people, So
you know what? Just give it to me.
Okay, you can have it.
All right, there we go.
Shall not be in fridge.
Shut up!
There you go. Okay. You did that. You did that an awful lot this week. I did notice that. So we'll get it.
I was feeling on edge this week.
Yeah.
Edge? You know Edge? Wow.
I do know Edge. Yeah. Edge,
You're feeling up Edge.
I can't go getting anywhere without saying, "Hey, I know Edge."
Have you guys seen Edge? I haven't seen him in a long time. I know
I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah,
he's been too busy working, so which is unfortunate. But hey, real life takes precedence.
Well, yeah, sometimes you need a break too. You guys, Night Strike, do you have anything? You got we got your patch is a win. You're looking to try and get to Tulsa, yeah. Now, now, how close are you to the NRA show? Where's the NRA show this year?
NRA show's in Indiana, and if it's an issue if Sarge and Obnoxious One are going to go, maybe I can go.
Mm-hmm.
But if they're not going to go, I don't think I'm going to go, because it would be another plane ticket, and that would be another like $500.
Mm-hmm.
But if I took some of those gun tube patches and I sold them for $100 a piece, for like 5 of them, I could get the NRA show.
Well, I think you should hold a couple back. Put them at like 50 or 75 or 100 or something like that, and always keep those couple in your back pocket, and just in case somebody comes along and really feels strongly about what you're doing and says, yeah, here's $50, here's $75. You might think now, like, nah, nobody's going to do that, but you don't know what's going to happen in a couple of months, 6 months. You never know.
If you don't give gun shops an opportunity to fund a platform that allows them to put content from their shop unrestricted by the filters and the parameters that the terms of service of the large platforms create, then you'll never be funded. Give yourself that opportunity. Gun shops don't care about $100 to create a platform that allows them to do their business.
Yep. Yeah. Armament Nexus is asking for it, so we're on the closer. We're talking about things, but it is the closer. So
and if
there was a request, so I had to.
If Obnoxious would have stuffed, got the toilet plugged up and done that, he could have put out his dumpster fire, his outhouse fire earlier.
Well, it's an outhouse.
So I'm shitty with geography. What is NRA show farther than Tulsa, or is it?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No.
Farther than Indiana.
Remember, I'm in South Carolina.
Well, yeah, I know. So, that's what I was saying. Which one is? I mean, how big of a difference is it from one to the other for you? I didn't know if it was noticeable, like a big difference or not.
Let me check the mileage just to see how many miles.
It's two-thirds the distance than it would be to go to Tulsa, I bet.
It's about 731 miles.
It's not too bad.
I mean, Tulsa is like, what, 1,039?
So twice as far. Half as far away.
Wow.
Not half. A little over half. I would say Indianapolis is 3/4 of the way, whereas Tulsa is the 100%.
All you got to do is go to Charlotte. Don't they do some kind of race there? Get one of them race cars and drive it to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. We need a Night Strike presents Cannonball Run.
There you go.
Now remember, if you pledge at the $4,000 level, Night Strike will be constantly playing Eastbound and Down through the entire Cannonball Run. Plus, you'll get one of their lovely tote bags.
Tim says you could ride your lawnmower the NRA show and cut lawns along the way for money.
If I had a riding lawnmower, it's broken.
Well, it's a small investment. That's a small investment.
No. I'm not fixing it. That's why I have a diesel tractor.
You start walking with one of them push mowers and do the first couple of lawns that way.
I've got a diesel tractor with a finish mower. That's why I don't use the riding lawnmower anymore.
Oh, come on. That tractor's got to get up to at least 15 miles an hour.
You do the whole thing with a weed eater.
It'll do 45.
Well, there you go. You just start driving instead of the boulevards or the sidewalk. You just start driving across people's lawns, start whipping out envelopes saying you owe me this much for mowing your lawn, and just go.
Yeah, no. That's trespassing.
They call it a lawn strike.
It's only trespassing if they ask you to leave and you don't.
That's probably true.
Then it's a $25 fine and a misdemeanor, at least in this state.
That could be right. So you got your Tulsa trip to hopefully get some funding for. If not, NRA. Hey, take that.
I was thinking NRA, or I was thinking possibly if they do the gun rights policy this year, I might go there because that's in Phoenix. That's in Phoenix. I've got family that live in Phoenix, so I don't have to worry about finding a hotel.
I mean, if
I don't know, they haven't given us a release. What days? When? They haven't told us when yet this year. So I'm saying if, because they haven't released when it's gonna be. So that's why I'm saying that. It doesn't sound great, but what else am I going to say? They haven't released anything yet.
Yes, Mr. George Cortez, we did fully fund and then some the 2009 patch batch.
So, other than that Night Strike, you got anything to promote? We'll get the hell out of here.
Yeah, my Tulsa campaign.
There you go.
That's on Indiegogo that I'm doing. I have challenge coins that I have set as rewards. They're the Don't Tread on Me snake with the eagle on the back that says eternal vigilance. The price of liberty is eternal vigilance. And then there's the Minuteman with the Second Amendment on the back saying, the right of the people, regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
No fringes.
No fringes.
Shall not be infringed.
And to prove I actually have those coins, I'm going to turn the camera on. So beware, you may see a bearded Night Strike. And I mean, the beard is bigger than Fine Apes.
So you're going full ZZ Top.
Yeah, I'm going full ZZ Top. But as I said, there's that one coin.
That's cool.
It's got the Minuteman on the back, and the American flag in the background.
This solid gold.
These are copper challenge coins. And there's the Second Amendment on the back. The other one is the Don't Tread on Me, and there's the Don't Tread on Me. See,
that's cool.
This one's solid gold.
No, it's copper.
Full gold.
You got chocolate inside?
No.
Chocolate.
Okay, Knives.
Hey,
you should tell Knives that they have chocolate.
I'm still Knives. And then it says on the back here, it's got the price of liberty is eternal vigilance.
Those are cool. I like that.
Nice.
So I got these. I've got 20 in the tubes. So if you guys want one, go over to the Target Tulsa campaign and help me out so I can get to Tulsa. If you don't want one, don't worry about it.
Get bent.
But I'm not going to Tulsa then. So that's it, guys. Just remember to check Hit or Miss every Tuesday nights, 9 o'clock, because that's the only thing I'll be doing there. I still have some videos that I got that I'm editing right now for. I did release it on Patreon. Once that it's a preview video that I took of the footage I got from the Civil War reenactment. It's pretty cool. I just put some clips together from that, and I'm going to set that live tomorrow on YouTube. So check that out. That's a preview, and I'm going to ask probably the patrons and ask them whether I should make the clips one full length video, or if I should just split them up into parts. So, if you're a patron of Night Strike, guess what? You get a say.
Very cool.
Nice.
All right. G, you got anything to promote? I mean, tonight's a big night for you. Well, for everybody, but this is a big night. I think it's kind of a big night for gun channels, right? Like, I think this is kind of a team thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a team effort. That's the whole point. And thanks everybody for making it possible. And we'll see what it can roll out to. But either way, we've funded a 2A project again on a big platform, and looking forward to what everybody will do with the commodity we're able to give them.
Yeah, that's what I'm really interested in seeing. I hope. I mean, I don't know, man. I keep thinking about it. Like, what if I was in one of these guys' spots with 100 patches, like it would be hard to give them away for free. But you know what I mean? That is the right thing to do in certain instances, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Depending on what you're promoting, that would be hard. I would have a hard time to I don't have the experience that you do either with like patches and using them as a fundraiser or using them as a promotion, either way or both. I would see that as I'd be in a hell of
the effort though. I mean, they're not perfect. I just find them appealing because they're easy to ship and they're non-perishable. Yeah. They're useful. Yep. It's fairly useful, and then they're effective as a marketing tool and for outreach. So they're good. I call it a catalyst. But in future projects, we could do something else. We don't have to do these. We could do a different collaborative effort. And really, it's an effort on working together. So going forward, it's not just. I mean, the campaign itself was a step of it, but it's an ongoing thing. So the collaborations, right? There's potential for these people that have met and can start working together or doing something together. But then, there's the potential for the 200 or so people or however many people end up having a patch set. All the different crazy fun people can have with the patch sets going forward, creative pictures or videos that include them, or, I'm just thinking of, now that they exist, there's just fun ways that people can play with it and hopefully spur ideas for other future things. And it's all about growth. And it's I think it's such a neat project because instead of doing the same old, this hasn't been done. This wasn't a thing. We came up with something new. We accomplished it. We've left something behind that's useful, and hopefully it'll spur some ideas and get people encouraged to be part of this all. None of us are funded or whatever, not funded, but even backed or sponsored by anybody with any agenda other than our own pursuit of, like Night Strike's coins there said, eternal vigilance to defend liberty, and having fun at the same time as part of it, and being effective as part of it, and learning and everything. Yeah, it's an awesome project. I'm really so thrilled that we were able to do it. And it's not like everybody was able to just sit down and set everything aside and do it. Nobody was able to budget this. Nobody said, okay, we're going to do this next year. Next year it's coming. Here it is. We just threw this out there and did it. And the accomplishment of that is hopefully beneficial. Today is the anniversary of the M855 resistance. They came out in 2015 and said, we're going to ban the M855. We've decided that that's an issue, and they put out that comment period that the same they did with the bump stock, and they got 80,000 responses, I think it was, in an amount of time that they said days earlier than they actually ended the comment period. They said, well, we've got enough comments, they were valid, we're not pursuing this. And we defeated through the process the M855 potential M855 ban. So that's the whole thing here is we're trying to mobilize and get people aware that we have successes. This is another valid success. This is something that 200 people made $10,000 create something that these organizations are going to be able to use. So even if you don't give a crap about the patches or the people involved or any of it, the fact that a successful coming together and collaborative effort, happened or is happening, it's awesome. And like I say, it's not even going to end. I mean, hopefully the way that when you got such creative participants in this thing and the audiences are so involved, who knows how they're going to be able to take this. And if we do more of these, hopefully we'll do more of these, what this will become. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I really want to, I can't afford anything right now, but I really want to get involved and do some stickers and some patches and some fun stuff. It's really, really fun. It does add a lot of playfulness to it. You know what I mean? And it is really, I never really looked at patches and stickers in a way before like I do now. And it's kind of like, it's a weird analogy. Like you don't really, whatever car you own, you know, if you buy a Chevy Silverado, you don't really notice Chevy Silverados on the road until you own one. Right? And then you're like, man, I see these things all over the place, or an Xterra or a whatever. So, you know, when I was at the outdoor show, I took 3 patches. I took one for me, one for Tony, and one for Kingpin if he didn't have one. And you know, got some so we could do like a Gun Channels picture, you know, like a group picture. And it was only 2 of us at a time, or 2 or 3 of us, or whatever. But I'd seen when I first walked in, Tony Simon was at the High Point booth, which is right when I first walked in. And I saw him. I was like, hey, Tony, what's going on? And I was like, hey, do you have a Gun Channels patch? He said no. And I had my backpack and I pulled one out and I gave it to him. And we did that one picture. It's actually the picture that he used and he superimposed his.
Oh, his fraudulent patch?
Yeah, his fake one.
Yeah, I remember
his fraudulent patch.
Yeah, his fraudulent patch. That was it was when him and I met or whatever. Obviously, that was my patch. And he went to give it back to me. I'm like, no, keep it, man. It's cool. No, you know, I brought it in case you didn't have one. I want to make sure you get one. And the guy at the High Point booth was like, you got any more of those? I was like, no, I only had, the 2 with me. But, obviously told him about Gun Channels and blah, 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 did, the whole spiel or whatever. But that was when I was like, that was one of those little instances where I was like, people are really into this stuff, man. They really dig it. And, until you really get involved with it, you kind of don't see it as a valid form of like, even if it's like we're talking about talking points with that pistol I was looking at, like as a talking point to spark conversations. It's different. It's kind of odd. It's fun, but it really does. Like once you get into it, you really start appreciating like people that do ones that are more artistic or they have some meaning behind them. Some of them are really funny. Some of them are really serious. It's pretty cool. I dig it a lot. So I want to, I got to get my logo changed a little bit. I want to tweak it a little bit. I got to get somebody to help me out with that. That's good with that kind of stuff. And then, maybe do something if I can, something simple to start out with, some stickers maybe that aren't going to cost me a whole lot. And then whatever I can make from those, and maybe put it into a small run of patches because I really do want to do it. It's cool. So, Ape, do you have anything to promote?
I got nothing.
Other than Robbie. Oh, Robbie's got a pink G patch there. Cool.
Yes, so shameless self-promotion aside, ladies, gentlemen, and Jonases of all ages, thank you for watching Midnight Range TM's The Closer. Be sure to check out gunchannels.com for more Pro 2A content. This concludes our regularly scheduled programming, but we'll be back later today with open lobbies throughout the day. Our Monday night programming on gunchannels.com at 8 p.m. Eastern, it's Clover Tax MOA Monday and Hawaii Volcano Squads Locked and Loaded. At 9 p.m. Eastern, it's Never Enough Ammo, a.k.a. Mr. Matt's Guns and Geeks podcast, The Weekend Geek. At 11 p.m. Eastern, it's the Outlaw Hatfield's Monday Night Shootout. And every weeknight at midnight Eastern, it's the Daily Gun Show. Also, check out guntube.org as a free, unrestricted Pro 2A video platform. If you like what you see, go over to Patreon and throw them a couple bucks. Check out 247gunshow.com. It's free to sell for gunchannels.com members, and anyone can buy. And if you happen to like a Kalashnikov card pack or a Firearms Inventor card pack or any other of the wacky things you see on this screen, go over to gearwebsites.com. And remember, a hot dog is a sandwich, a Slim Jim is candy, and give Robbie money. He's hungry.
And do a little dance, eat some change.
Get down tonight.
Jorge just said he got his Ranger Eye patches are cool. They are cool, man. They're neat. I like them a lot.
They're awesome.
I need to get I didn't get a chance to go to the gun show today. Little guy woke up and had a bad morning. He had a bad night's sleep, and I woke up with a migraine that was just killing me. Just work has been brutal. So it's definitely taking its toll on me right now. But So yeah, I'm going to get a hat so I can throw a patch on my hat and stuff. But, one of my things is, I got a couple of new patrons lately. Patreon's going great. It's more than I expected. I really do appreciate everybody that's throwing a couple bucks at me. I I treat it very seriously. Most of my Patreon money has gone, and it's funded other channels. I take a good chunk of it and go to other channels. I want to add one or two more here pretty soon, hopefully. I added Tony Simon because he's just doing some really awesome stuff.
Because he's Tony Simon.
What's that?
Because he's Tony Simon. That's why you added it.
Well, Tony kind of came out of nowhere for me. He was on Matt's chat and then he was on G's chat, and I was like, man, this guy's so positive and upbeat. I really liked him, and I wanted to do a little something. You know what I mean? So it's not a whole lot, but I appreciate that kind of thing.
Well, just think of it this way: if a group of people just give a little, the end amount ends up being a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, my patron, I try not to push it. I really don't, mention it here and there, that kind of thing. And I do appreciate the idea nowadays that people are willing to chip into individual channels because they appreciate the content and they appreciate the entertainment. And, a lot of people are going away from watching stuff on TV and they're watching stuff online. They're watching stuff like this. So for somebody to throw a buck or two or whatever, I really appreciate it. I like the fact that I can give to other channels, and I like the fact that I can buy some patches and help support G. That's where most of my Patreon money has gone since I've started getting it. A lot of it's going to G, and I think that's awesome because I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. And that's
I would really like to encourage people to participate more in his Patreon. Then it seems like a very valid system.
So am I making a lot of sense? It's something that I really dig the patches, and I think it's cool, and I feel like it's really fun. So that's where my my newest Patreon money is going. The laptop too. I mean, a lot of people don't know that are newer. Some of you guys have been with me forever, you know what I mean, since I first started. But I did an awful lot of live streams straight from my phone where I couldn't have a panel. So that was a huge commitment. My wife gave me the go ahead to get a laptop so that we had a laptop, but it died. And then we just didn't have a use for one. I didn't, if I needed to use a computer at work, I could or whatnot. But so to be able to actually go out and spend a good chunk of money on a laptop, and its primary use is for me to bullshit on the internet, it's inconceivable. But she gave me the go ahead, and she definitely knows that I like to do this, and I like to be part of the community. So she gave me the go ahead. She gave me the blessing. So that's awesome. I just can't say it enough how much I appreciate the patrons, man. It's an amazing thing to be able to know that people like what you do and support what you do, and it makes you feel good. Like I said earlier, I got a PO box now too, so I will be, able to correspond a little bit better with people. I can send some stuff out. Coming up on 500 subs. I'm really close to 500 subs, which is nothing that I've never done a giveaway because I have always wanted to do a giveaway, and the people that are in that giveaway are only there because they want to support me and they like what I do. I've never been like, okay, I'm at 300 subs, I'll do a 500 sub giveaway. You have to subscribe to me, and then you get the 500 subs real quick, and it's people that just want to be in the giveaway. Not that that's wrong to do. I don't judge, but for me, the 500 people that are going to be in a 500 person giveaway are going to be people that have subscribed because they they like it because they like the channel. So that means more to me than getting a bunch of subs real quick because they all want to win something, you know? So that's it. I just, it's late and I just wanted to, and there's not a whole lot of people watching, but the people that are watching, I just wanted to say I appreciate it because because you are the ones that are watching and that's what matters. Not the people that come in and leave real quick that we want to hang out and be part of the action. So if there's anything, if anybody wants to trade patches, if anybody wants to, product reviews or anything like that. I know there's people that have some stuff, if you want to test out or something that I might have, I don't know that ever comes up, but I wouldn't be opposed to doing that with some friends and say, hey, I want to try that out. Can I try that out? Sure. Why not? I guess. I don't know.
Hey friend, let me try out that new laptop you got coming.
Yeah. It won't fit in my PO box though. Bummer.
Hey friend, I'd really like to try the new Case Hard 1911.
I know, right? Yeah. I do want that thing.
Hold on, we have to do the South Park reference. I'm not your friend, pal.
I'm not your buddy guy. I'm not your guy, pal. So, so I just, it's kind of neat, we, to be able to correspond a little bit easier now. So, if anybody needs that, just email me, tmidnightrange at tmidnightrange@gmail.com is my email. A lot of people have my email. If there's, if something you got some cool patches and you want to trade or something, hit me up. Maybe we can do that. Roll call just
at gmail.com. That's a unique way to read an email.
What did I do? What did I say?
You can just email me at MidnightRangeTM at gmail.com.
com. Roll call just went live a couple minutes ago. It's after midnight, so it's too late to get
is that legal? That's like the opener?
It's too late. Well, we're the opener. We were the opening actor in for sure. But if he was drinking the whole show, we might have a retroactive wound up some bitch of the week. So we should maybe go check him out and see what's happening. The topic was what was the topic?
Late night chat, home intruders, and
oh yeah.
I'm just going through the comments. Budget guns and gear, fuck them goddamn thieves. Pawnwoods, that's fucked up. Budget copyright strike inbound. Budget, but apparently he doesn't care. Pawnwoods, hey Budget, love the show. Budget guns and gear review. Thanks, Pawn. Hold on now. We had this chat watching G's chat, so the obvious evolution of this is we have a chat where we're reading comments from another chat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So let's you guys go over there, hop over, say hi, tell him Midnight sent you, and let's see if we can get that sumbitch wound up.
And just to let you know, we are crushing him. He currently we had 20 people last time we looked, and now he only has 7. So I say we're still doing good. Going strong.
Here, let's go over. Let's say hi.
Say hey. Oh wait, that was a different chat.
Oh, he's throwing. I'm hearing F-bombs already.
We're no longer PG-13 friendly. This chat has been rated M for mature.
You guys are absolutely going to have to keep the doors locked, man.
So I said the closer is kicking your ass. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see you next week. Go say hi to Roll Call for me, okay? See you guys.